Like this. Hit it.
The Roger Report live morning show. Weekdays at 9 a.m.
Say y'all, I was on Roger's panel a few times and I couldn't take it. The heat. I got out the kitchen. It was hot. I was sweating. I had to get out.
He's Roger, and he's right.
Check this out.
Agreement by which we can live or die. You choose. I have spoken to you a lot of times in hatred and anger, and you have not heard me. Well, you had better hear me today. If you won't listen to me when I make an appeal for the Negroes because you have no concern for the Negroes, listen to me when I make an appeal for America. You claim you love America. Well, we love America. But you are driving us back and you are making a Samson out of us, and we are going to pull down the pillars. And then you think we have no right to ask for something? Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live?
Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of the Roger Report Live, the best show on social media. If you are new to the channel, go ahead, take a moment out there, hit that like button, because this is where you're going to find the best content on social media, and you don't have to worry about it because you're going to have me right here to make sure that happens. And you, if you already been coming to the channel for a while, then go ahead and hit that like button because you already know what time it is, and you know that this is where you're going to get the best content on social media. It's not a mystery to you at this point. You've seen other people do it. You've even seen some people do it well. But what you have not seen is anyone do it quite the way I do it. So make sure you hit that like button. And everyone, yes, everyone, take a moment out to share the content, y'all. There are so many people who need to get great content like this. And it's just a small thing you can do to help the world be a better place. And isn't that what we want at the end of the day? Don't we want the world to be a better place? Of course we do. So share the content out. Share it through your social media. Share it through word of mouth, or even text someone's phone, but do what you got to do to help spread the word. All right, folks, today we are going to be dealing with a very, very interesting subject. Yes, y'all. Believe it or not, the Hotocals, all right? How some women should be treated versus others, y'all. And yeah, I know this can get real sticky here. This could get real sticky, but we're going to do it anyway. The Hotocals, how some women should be treated versus others, because there's a lot of holes out there. Okay. A lot of holes out there. And holes should be separated from better women. Just is what it is. Why would you want to have a better woman have to deal with hoe stuff? Okay. That don't even sound right. Why should we treat good women like hoes? Okay, it don't even sound right. Okay, it don't even sound right. But before we get into it, first of all, let me say shout out to all the people who come through and give me views on a regular basis that make up the fam around here. Appreciate y'all big time. Appreciate y'all big time. Shout out to the people who leave comments after the stream. You know, sometimes y'all leave some constructive stuff. Sometimes it's random people saying stuff, and you know, I'd be a little confused at how slow they can be sometimes, but it's okay. We welcome everybody. Shout out to, you know, the people who save up the hype, y'all. Y'all got to give me like one hype a week. That's all I'm asking for. I ain't asking for all of them. Hype me up at least once a week, though. You know, save something for me. Hype me up at least once a week. All right. And shout out to all the people who hit that like button, which is something people should be doing every day. Every day you should be hitting that like button. So make sure you get that taken care of. That's real talk. And we're going to get to it because, when we start a show, it's always great that you see people raring to go. Well, you know what? Before I even say that, first of all, I got to say shout out to the people who go above and beyond the call of duty, the people who actually make financial contributions to the channel. I appreciate y'all big time. And even though they got me in this little spot, y'all still coming through on the Cash App side. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. But a special shout out goes to the one, the only, Trail Bentley. He is the sponsor of today's stream. Hey, we're doing a stream that he wanted to do anyway. I was thinking about it before he even said it, but he said it, so I was like, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. So shout out to that brother. And let me give some shout outs to some of the first people to check in this morning, because y'all know how it goes when you start a show. It's always great to see some people rocking with you right from Jump Street, but there can only be one. So shout out to the Highlander of today's stream, my main man. Shout out to Bruce Owen Wayne, who's done it again. He's done it again, y'all. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Glad to see you here. We got my main man, Trail Bentley, the sponsor of today's stream, representing right behind him. Hashtag long live the habitual line steppers. Hashtag Negroes in the wilderness. Hashtag dignity over vagina. Hashtag Al Gore's babies. Hashtag hey Hydra. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Great Black Reset following him up. Glad to see you here. We got Bronk at the table right behind him. Shark Sims coming through right next to Bronk. Glad to see you. Jay Bones is in the building. Great to see you, brother. Great to see you. Mr. GQ Smooth is in the house. Glad to have you. Afro Merchant is checking in. Great to see you. Inspired Truth Broadcast is in the building. What's good, my brother? What's good? Elder Blood is in the building. Great to see you. Bad Black Gamer is in the house. Glad to have you here. Y'all. We gonna get into it. And hey, this should be one heck of an episode. But we gonna do the thing for real, y'all. We gonna separate some of these hoes from some of these women. Okay? And I'm gonna say, yeah, they should not be treated the same. Okay? They should not be treated the same. I'm not saying you gotta treat people extremely poorly. Okay? But there's got to be a difference, man. It's got to be a difference. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, y'all got to remember the black community, the one that counts. I'm gonna say it like that. The one that counts is the black men who are respectable, productive, functional, believe in black men's leadership. The wives, our wives, and the children that live in our homes. Okay. We shouldn't have to worry about this with them. Of course, they all gonna be treated well because they part of the right team. And you know what? It's not your fault that somebody else joined the wrong team. Now, there's definitely another black community out there that is a dysfunctional, anti-family, single mother community, and they don't have to be over there. That's where they choose to be. So you shouldn't really feel bad for them at the end of the day for dealing with what they're gonna have to deal with. And there's a lot of holes over there. Whole lot of holes over there. I'm not saying every woman over there is a hoe, but it's a whole lot of hoes over there, and that's real talk. So if she belongs to that dysfunctional, anti-family, single mother community, she probably is a hoe. Okay? It is what it is. She probably is a hoe. Okay? Now, and I'm going to say shout out to Eugene Steele. He said, does that take the vetting processes or does that take observation? No, hoes are hoes because they choose to be hoes. This is not about whether you're vetting them or not. This is about who hoes are. Okay? That ain't got nothing to do with a man. Who hoes choose to be has nothing to do with us. And I'm going to say, y'all, this is one of the first problems we have. And I'm not saying Eugene is trying to say it that way. Okay? A lot of times we as men, we want to take responsibility for hoes being hoes. A woman has to decide that she wants to be a hoe in order to achieve it. It's that simple at the end of the day. She got to make that decision first. Women will have guys backpedaling, talking about, hey, you be out here having sex with a bunch of Bunch of these women, then you tripping about hoes. Well, he could not have sex with a bunch of women if they wasn't hoes from Jump Street. That's just how the game going. She got to be a hoe first so he can just get in there all willy-nilly. You can't just willy-nilly your way into stuff unless people got, unless people hoes in the first place. So how we gonna blame him that it was a bunch of women willing to get down? How that's his fault? Ain't none of these women got to get down. They do that because they want to do that. But as men, because we like having sex with hoes, okay, I'm not gonna act like men don't like having sex with hoes because we like having sex with women in general, whether they're hoes or not. But it's never a man's fault that a woman chose to be a hoe. And society does a whole lot of trying to keep women from being accountable for their own actions. Truth be told, they will say that because a man wasn't in his daughter's life, she'll become a hoe. Now that sounds like daddy did something wrong. And that's what they be doing. They be trying to blame men for women being hoes. What the heck do they got to do with him? Now, if the girl grow up with her daddy, as she should, everything cool. But if she grow up without her daddy, that's automatically a mama fault, because who else fault is it gonna be? Let's be realistic. Who else fault is it gonna be? If the man alive and she not in her father's home, who keeping her from being over there? It's got to be a mama. It's going to be an extremely rare case where you can find a girl that's not growing up with her daddy and it's somehow not her mama's fault. So they be like, well, yeah, if he ain't around, her daughter's more subjected to. No. Mama wants her daughter to be a hoe. And let's just keep that real. Mama wants her daughter to be a hoe. And mama, as an American citizen, she has a right to want her daughter to be a hoe. And I know that's tough for people, but she does have a right to want her daughters to be hoes. It's a right. And a lot of women use that right. Okay? So when it comes down to it, we got to start looking at stuff for what it is. Now, I'm going to say, if it's just a hoe, if you have made your determination that she's a hoe, you're supposed to approach her a little bit different. Okay? I hear men talking sometimes about going out with women. If you've already determined she's a hoe, why would you take on a date? Okay? That's called listening to your mama too much. If you determine she's a hoe, now, just because you know she a hoe, don't mean everybody else gonna know she a hoe. But if you know she a hoe, why are you taking her out on dates? Okay? That's not where hoes supposed to go. Hoes supposed to come over, or you go over there. You get them some McDonald's or whatever. You let them eat so she can perform. And you handle her right where she at. You ain't supposed to get up and go nowhere with her. If you know 100% for sure she's a hoe, why are you trying to go out and be seen in public with her? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Okay, what's the point of that? Now, as a man, you could do what you want to do. But can you answer that for yourself? Why are you trying to be out here seen with a person that you have determined that's a hoe? Now, somebody else may not know it. And that's one thing. But if you know it, why are you doing it? All right? As men, we don't need to wait on group think. If you determine she's a hoe, and that's all it is to it. A woman can be a woman to one man, but she can be a hoe to another man. And that is also something guys need to realize and pay attention to. Just because you know she's a hoe does not mean the next guy knows she's a hoe. So get off his back. Okay? He'll figure it out. I'm sure. He'll figure it out, and it probably won't take that long. Okay? It's probably not going to take that long. Okay? He will figure it out. All right? Now, we can aid in people figuring it out, and there's nothing wrong with that if you want to aid into her figuring it out, or aid to him figuring it out. But see, I'm going to say this, y'all. A lot of men, y'all be going in this female territory where you you want to jump on another man's case because he don't see it exactly the way you see it. You got to give men room to be men, and you got to stay focused on where you need to be focused at. Now, this is the thing, y'all. Has Roger ever touched a hoe before? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I touched one before. You know, let me think. Yeah, I touched a hoe or two before. But what I ain't never did, okay, what I ain't never did was try to go out in public with her. Okay. I got close friends too. I may have told a friend a story about something that happened with a hoe. But what I ain't did was try to prove to my friend that this is real. I didn't even try to prove. I didn't take no pictures like, here, y'all. I want you to know 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was with this particular hoe. I ain't never tried to prove I've been with a hoe. I might have told a story or two because I was a younger man. Y'all know how it is when you're young. You mess with a hoe, you tell some of your closest friends what you've been doing. I wasn't saying it like I'm bragging on the hoe. I'm just saying, hey, that's what I've been doing in life. Just like you play basketball sometime, just like you go to work. It's just a story about things that's going on in my particular life. But what I ain't ever tried to do was prove to people that I've been with these hoes. And some guys will still do that from time to time. Somebody will challenge you. Man, you ain't even had no hoes. Show me one of them. And I'd be like, why? What's that going to do for you if I show you some hoes? What is that going to do for you? Okay. So there are some instances where guys be acting like girls. It's okay to show a hoe. I'm not saying you can't show no hoe, but to try to prove you've been with a hoe, like what's the merit in that conversation? Shout out to Bron. He said, Roger, stop acting like you ain't ran through a whole track team. I don't know what you're talking about, Bron. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Okay, I've ran into hoes here and there because unfortunately, that's it's been a large population of them. So yes, I've come across a hoe or two. Okay. I've come across a hoe or two. But that don't mean it's a big number, brother. It don't mean it's a big number. Okay. I wasn't trying to run down these hoes. Okay. I have not tried to run down a bunch of hoes. Okay. Hoes happen to be available, but I ain't trying to run no hoes down. So it's a difference, bro. Okay. Hey, when it come down to it, I can't do them the same way. That's just what it really is. I cannot do them the same way. It is wonderful that hoes are around for when you want to, have a little adult action. That's a wonderful thing that there's so many hoes around when you want some adult action. But at the end of the day, man, it's so many of them. You don't need to sweat it. And I'm gonna say shout out to the hoes for thinking me and they need to sweat how many hoes is around. Now I will get a hoes that much credit. The hoes be saying stuff and messing with men's head to the point that we'll brag about having sex with a hoe. Okay. The fact that she's a hoe, it's like, what's the expectation, bro? Why will y'all brag about having sex with a hoe? Ain't that what, we know what she gonna do. She a hoe, right? Now, this is the thing. Can any woman be a hoe? Yeah, I mean, there are scenarios that make it hard for a woman to say she's not a hoe. Because I'm gonna keep it real. You got women, women start off as virgins. Okay. When they lose their virginity, the best place for them to do that with is their husbands. I've never told women anything different. If you want to lose your virginity, the best thing to do is do that with your husband. Now, if you decide to lose your virginity before you have a husband, that's on you. But you cannot get mad at men for assuming or thinking you might be a hoe. Because at the end of the day, you may not have had sex with 100 men, but there's no way for him to know that. Okay. Body count is a thing. And I'm not going to say it's not an important thing. Okay, because there's a lot of people who are tainted with different stuff out here. Folks done got tainted with stuff. Okay. That's never happened to me, thank the Lord, or some of y'all may say knock on wood or whatever the case is, because I ain't gonna bust down every single hoe. Okay. I ain't gonna bust down every single hoe. I have made moves and got up and left chicks right when it was about to go down. Why? Because I value me. And if I just see something that don't even look right, I gotta go. It is what it is. Now, sometimes in the past, I've tried to soft shoe it a little bit. Sometimes I've been very harsh about why I've had to leave. But there's sometimes that women get to the point where we're about to have sex, they pull their stuff, they pull their pants or their panties down, pull up their skirt, whatever the case is. And I see something that don't look right for me. And I got to walk up out of there. That's me. Because I ain't trying to go to no clinic talking about I'm burning or whatever else is going on. It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. These things happen, but as a man, I got to get up and walk away. Now, that don't mean she not a hoe because I got up and walked away, but it just means she a hoe that I don't want to deal with. All right? Now, I'm going to say, y'all, men can be calling women hoes too much. That sometimes y'all turn that into a very, very loose term that I don't think every woman should be hit with. Now I even remember Kim Kardashian when I first started hearing about Kim Kardashian. As a content creator, I was hearing about Kim Kardashian. I was asking, like, why are they calling Kim Kardashian a hoe? Now I would say this. In the beginning, I did say, okay, she had sex with some boyfriends, which I can understand. Because what women ain't having sex with their boyfriend? Not too many. But she wasn't out there like that. People saying she just a big time hoe, blah, blah, this. And I was like, well, she done had a couple boyfriends. Of course she had sex with those guys. They was her boyfriends. You see, so I ain't going to just throw you in a whole category for nothing. Okay. If I'm calling you a hoe, you've earned it. Okay. And that's real talk. If I call you a hoe, you've definitely earned it. You've been out there doing your thing. Okay. If I'm calling you a hoe, I ain't going to call you a hoe for nothing. All right. But as men, we should be making a difference in the hoes. Now, I understand women and hoes are going to do stuff to kind of seem the same. And that's them, though. That don't mean I'm supposed to see you the same. Just because they see each other as the same, don't mean I'm supposed to see it the same way. I don't do that. Once I determine you a hoe, then you just a hoe. I don't care what some other woman got to say about it. I don't care about somebody else trying to quote unquote vouch for your character. Hoes are hoes. And I'm gonna say what's sad is you got some younger men out today, they'll call themselves hoes. Is young boys been taught by they hoe mamas more than likely that a boy can be a hoe, which ain't even possible. No man's ever gonna be a hoe. It just don't exist. If a man is able to have sex with a bunch of women, he's just having sex with a bunch of women. There's no such thing as a male hoe. Okay, no such thing. We be too quick to try to put stuff on people, and it ain't got no business being there. And that's just real talk. It ain't got no business being there. Now, I'm going to say where men are feeling the most, you're taking hoes out and you're trying to be seen with hoes. As a respectable, productive, functional black man who believes in black men's leadership, I can tell you wholeheartedly, I've been trying to had hoes since day one. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I've been trying to hide hoes since day one. Since I ever knocked down the first hoe that I've ever knocked down, the last thing you gonna see me do is try to brag to everybody about I have been with this. I've been trying to hide hoes since since the very beginning. Okay. Now look, I ain't saying as a man you got to hide your hoes. I just don't know why you won't. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't know why you won't. Okay. If she a hoe and everybody knows she a hoe, you know what I'm saying? If you done got you a piece, why you telling everybody else you got you a piece? Okay. They know she a hoe already. They don't need me to confirm she a hoe. That's what the game is. Now I ain't saying I won't tell you if I know you and you looking at her the wrong way, like you looking at her like she this great woman and all this. Now I ain't saying I would do a brother bogus and just watch you get up with a girl that's all about being a hoe. I would pull my man to the side like, hey, bro, come on, Joe. You got to know about her. You got to know about her. You know what I'm saying? You know, such and such done been with her. Such and such done been with her. This dude, that maybe me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let my man know. Hey, bro, she more than around the block, bro. She more than around the block. But outside of that, I ain't really took no joy in trying to brag to people I've quote unquote been with a hoe. Now I'm not saying I ain't never told a personal friend, oh yeah, I knocked such and such down, because we just talking. You know, we talking about what's going on in each other's lives. Again, that's like me talking about going to work. You know, yeah, I had to go to work. Funny story happened to me at work the other day. You know what I'm saying? I tell them that, and then I might tell somebody that close to me about some hoe I knocked down. But I ain't telling nobody like I'm trying to brag. I think a lot of men have lost focus on what the purpose of a hoe is. And because women make you feel bad, you try to make her purpose higher than what it is. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say women out here virgins, and any woman that's not a virgin is potentially a hoe. Okay? That is something men do need to understand. Any woman that's not a virgin is potentially a hoe. You do not know. Okay? I've said myself, if I get with a girl, my concern would be that she stopped being a hoe for me. I can't say she's not a hoe if she a virgin, I could be like, yeah, she ain't no hoe. Okay, she ain't no hoe. But if she's not a virgin, I can't say that wholeheartedly that she's not a hoe. It's just I don't know about her being a hoe. That's what's really going on. Okay. Now maybe she don't want to be no hoe for me. All right. Maybe she was a hoe to other people. But I will tell you this. Okay. Now, if I got married, of course, it's going to be it's a whole different situation once you done got married. But as a single man, let your whole activity get back to me. Okay, that ain't gonna work out for you. Women have asked questions like, well, you know, if you've been with a man and you know you're dealing with a man at this particular point, and you have a relationship going on with him, and you taking him serious, he's taking you serious, and then one day, you know, he finds out that you slept with somebody he knows or something like that. Is that gonna cause a problem in a relationship? Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. You know, because your whole activity is so extensive that it got back to me. I'm not gonna act like women out here virgins, y'all. I don't play that game. Okay, I ain't never been with a virgin. Okay, but how come I know the guy you slept with? That ain't supposed to happen, man. My brother's not supposed to pull me to the side and be like, "Hey, man, I hit that already." My brother, I ain't saying my brother couldn't do it. I'm saying my brother shouldn't have to do that. It shouldn't even be a thought on his mind. It shouldn't even be his responsibility to have to come to me and be like, "Hey, bro, I already hit it." My cousin shouldn't have to do that. Okay. My cousin should not have to come to me and be like, yeah, I already hit that. My friend should not have to come to me and say, yeah, bro, yeah, she good people, but I already hit that. No man I know should have to be able to tell me that he knows a man that she done got down with. That's poor management, if you ask me. How our world gets so small that the people I know people that smashed you. Okay? How our world gets so small that people I know people who smash some particular hoe. That's just too small of a world for me. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I might like you, but am I gonna like you that much? I'm gonna be honest, probably not. Probably not. Is it that big a deal to me? Probably not. Would I bet that if I was with a woman for some long period of time, okay, if I've been with her for a year and I find out that somebody I knew know somebody who smashed her, am I gonna keep her around? It's a good chance I won't. Okay. How many people you out there giving it up to that it come back to me? That's crazy. Okay. That's all I'm saying. How many people are you giving it up to that it come back to me? All right. Now, I mean, maybe I could give you some grace if we like grew up in the same neighborhood or something, you know. But come on, if I meet you at random and then somebody I know somebody who smashed you, I ain't even saying he did it. He knows somebody who smashed you. Man, that's kind of close, ain't it? That's a lot of activity. That's all I'm saying. That's a whole lot of activity. So am I going to keep her around? More than likely she done. I'm just being realistic. It ain't never happened to me, but more than likely she's done. That's a lot. You out here a whole lot. If people I know people you've been with, that's a whole lot. All right. Now, I did just throw the link in the chat, just so y'all know. Okay. I was being asked about that link. It's in the chat now. Okay. So y'all got it. Now, hoes get a lot of attention, and women have tried to shame men for giving hoes attention. I don't understand why you would be shamed of giving a hoe some kind of attention. I don't get that myself personally. She's a hoe. What am I supposed to? Why wouldn't I give her some level of attention? I'm gonna give her some level of attention if I want to hit it. Now I'm not gonna give every hoe attention because I don't want to hit every hoe. You know, I know how to back out. Okay, I've been right there, and she done pulled the pants down. She done pulled the drawers off, and I saw something that just didn't look quite right to me, and I done backed up out of there. Like, oh, whoa, this is a little too much for me. So I get people say, well, you can't give these hoes attention. I mean, you got to give them some attention if you're going to smash. Now, if you're not interested in smashing, I don't know why you're giving them, too much attention. I could understand that argument a little bit better. But if I'm going to smash, I'm going to look at a song because, hey, I'm going to smash. Okay, now once I smash, the attention is going to go away. It is what it is. But I'm going to slow down right here because we got two gentlemen that came in. So Bronk is here, and Bronk gonna set us straight. He gonna stop trying to tell these lies about Roger done been with somebody. Roger is practically ain't hardly been ever with a woman ever. I don't know what Bronk be talking about.
We lying today.
And then we
like
get
Reset
to
said, like Reset say, we lying today.
You ain't caught me with Nan Ho, okay? You ain't caught me with Nan Ho. But go ahead.
Man, we about to have fun today, man. We about to have a party. Hey, truth teller, don't get up here clowning, man. Contain yourself. Reset, you don't get up here clowning, contain yourself. Let's just have fun. Because this is a great topic today, man. The whole what is it? The Hotocals?
The Hotocals.
The Hotocals. Yeah, this is a great topic here today, man. I say there's an age in every man's life where he should really be able to recognize the difference between a hoe and a wife. And you treat them accordingly. If you're somebody out here who's single, who's just living a bachelor lifestyle, do you. Just be safe. Because, there's some things out there that you don't want to deal with. So, and not everything is protected when you want protection. So just be safe out here. But if you're somebody who's looking for a wife, talk with men who have been there before. Talk with men who have been with both a hoe and been with a wife. Learn from them. Those are the kind of guys that's going to teach you exactly what you need to be looking for. Right? Just got to listen. So I'm letting my plane with that for now. But yeah, man, let's have some fun with this one.
Okay. Mr. Me Too. It's all on you.
Morning, guys. Morning, gals in the chat.
Good morning.
Yeah, man. My thing with this Hotocall, I think one of the main things we should focus on is just not even giving hoes this much attention. I get why you do the shows and other content creators do the shows to try to, bring a highlight, bring a spotlight to these wayward women activities. But I think one of the biggest issues that we've been facing is that these hoes has been they too loud, number one, and people are actually taking them serious. I never seen a time where a hoe was taken as serious as it is today. But I think, like I say, I agree with why you do the shows. But I think men, one of the Hotocals should be, man, in our personal lives, just don't even just be blind to hoes as much as possible. Even trying to, I don't even think we should be smashing. I think we're too far gone now to even be smashing just hoes. I think we should, in our personal lives, just delete hoes, the whole mentality, all of that stuff that we don't like, all the stuff we bring up here on the show and in other spaces. Just don't give it no attention outside the shows. And I think we'll be a little better if we take that route. Just let them die, let them starve out. Other than that, if you ain't paying her and like a legitimate whole fee or whore price, and everything is ain't understood, I don't think we should even be dealing with them. All that trying to holler at them, date them, all of that stuff is adding fuel to the fire, if you ask me. And I'm in right there.
All right, appreciate you. All right, we're gonna give it to the floor. We got another gentleman just come up. We have Perfect Hoes is in the building. So Perfect Hoes, go ahead, my brother. I'm kind of interested in where you about to go with a name like that.
Y'all niggas some hoes, you know that, right?
I cannot concur.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna let everybody jump in. Y'all can interact with me during my statement. I don't mind that.
Okay.
Everybody wants to think that they got Hotocals, they got all that good jazz. Are y'all seriously going to leave your favorite muncher because she had a picture with a long sleeve tattoo of a man behind her? That's nothing. When you're about to break up with her, you have to consider that good thing she got, man. You not got that
But your
warm
mic
thing.
went out. As soon as you was trying to make your point, your mic went out. Was that me? Oh, was that me? Did y'all hear him?
Yeah, I heard him.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was me. My bad.
You gotta consider that thing, man. Remember that good thing she got? That's so
You
tight.
understand that? I don't hear him now, though. I don't hear him now. You hear him?
I hear him. He talking, but it ain't about nothing. But go ahead.
Hey, it gonna make sense later. You know that good thing she got? That's so tight and wet, and you can feel her heartbeat beating through it when you're hitting that bottom and that cream. She's screaming and she's screaming at the same time. And you take your pinky finger and you rub that cream over that other hole. And you tell me you got all that good thing. You're gonna leave it because of she's a hoe. Nobody gonna leave that thing, man. I'm not going nowhere. This idea that I gotta have one wife to do everything, I don't understand it. I gotta have three. I got my main wife, and I got something on the side, man. I got my official hoe, my perfect hoe. She knows when to shut up, and she knows when to throw it back. She knows how to throw it back. Thank you.
All right, pimp.
Okay. All right. He
pimp.
said y'all ain't gonna leave. That's what he trying to say. We gonna get that thing. We gonna be addicted to that thing. We just ain't gonna leave.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna leave. So just get other women to deal with too.
I'm gonna say, man, when it come down to it, ain't nobody had no thing where you just can't leave. You know what I'm saying? You may tell some chick that, but is it real? Is it really real?
Right.
Have you put that to the test? No, my thing is hoes gonna be hoes. Well, say again.
You gotta be egregious for you to leave.
I mean, at the end of the day, if I determine she's a hoe, I'm not with her. Period. So see, that to me, it already goes too far. When once somebody is determined to be a hoe, then how are you with her?
Yeah, you can't even consider it at that point. You just
Yeah,
need to
we
go,
not
bro.
in a relationship. We can't be exclusive. We can't be. Now
Yeah.
you may have been exclusive beforehand, but once you discover she's a hoe, you can't be exclusive with her no more.
To your
That's
own
breaking
risk if you do.
Hotocals.
To your own risk if you do.
Yeah, so I can't even see it that way. I can't even see. Now what I will say is this. Because there are guys who are a little harsh on women or whatever. I will say this: I give every woman their own chance, and she don't have to show no whole behavior to me. I don't know 100% for sure that you're a hoe just because you're a female, and I don't treat no woman like that. All she got to do is just not act like a hoe, as far as I can tell. Now, and that's what I'm saying though. Now, if your whole past come creeping in my door, I gotta blame you for that. And you can say, well, no, I've only been with one or two other people. Well, if those one or two other people happen to know me or they friends of a friend, that's still kind of close. That's still kind of close. you know, your whole past shouldn't catch up to me. It's your whole past. I understand your whole past catch up to you, but it should never catch up to me. So my question is, if I know somebody who's been involved with you, or if you're a friend, or if I got a friend who has a friend that's been involved with you, you've been out there a lot. That's just the only way I can really figure that. You've been out there a whole lot. It's no regards. You willing to smash anybody at any moment, at any time. It doesn't matter. It's just you just down.
Oh, Roger, what about the guy got 10,000?
What about the what?
The guy got 10,000.
The guy who got 10,000. What you mean?
I said the guy got 10,000.
Bro, I don't care nothing about all that. If I don't care how you perform in no bedroom, if you know somebody, if you've been getting down in my personal circle, and sometimes even somebody I know, and you know that if you messing with a friend of a friend, that's kind of close, man. Like you kind of wilding out. If you ask me, I should not be able to meet you as a random individual and know people that been smashed by you. Now I understand people who kind of grew up together. That may not be 100% right if y'all kind of grew up together. Y'all was like real close friends. Y'all went to the same grammar school or grade school, depending upon what terms you use or something. I understand that. But if I meet you at random and you know somebody that I know and you done gave them some, like, I mean, you working the blocks out here. That's all I can figure. I understand when I was in a high school, you smashed somebody that I know because it was just a specific group of people that went to this particular high school. I get that. You can say the same thing with college. You know somebody who go to this particular college, even though Cosby had a good amount of students in it. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I just meet you on the street and you know somebody I know and you done gave them some already, you working these blocks. That's all I can figure.
So you're really gonna discard a 3 or 4, spell all 26 letters of the alphabet while gobbling your nuts? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, if I meet you in Whole Foods, that's just a grocery store, y'all. That's a grocery store if you don't know. If I meet you in Whole Foods and I get back to the crib and you done smash somebody I know, or somebody I know smashed you, yeah, bro, I don't care what you're doing. I got to rotate, man. That's you wild. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I met you at the grocery store and you done gave one of my homies. Yeah, you wild out here in these streets.
Out of her.
But she knows how to throw it back, Roger.
I don't know what they got to do with anything. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, if it's that good, I can give an offer that I've made women. Well, now that our situation has changed, I can still hit it, but we ain't gonna be together.
I mean, what's the difference?
Now, being together is a whole lot more involved than just getting up with somebody and hitting and disappearing. So that's way different.
Are you really disappearing when your DNA is swimming inside of her?
And bro, I'ma disappear when I disappear. At the end of the day, all that DNA talk don't mean nothing to me. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. Now, she say, "Okay, I still want you to hit it," because there are some women who gonna say, "Well, why don't you hit it?" Because they just trying to see if they can get you off the sex. But my thing is, that's not her decision. That's my decision. Now, and once I told you that's what it is, if that's what you agree to, that's on you. But
So
I should
that's
not meet you randomly in the street somewhere. I shouldn't meet you at no church. I shouldn't meet you at no grocery store. I shouldn't meet you at no work site. I shouldn't meet you at a convention as a random woman, and you know people that I know, and you've been having sex with them. That just shouldn't happen.
so a couple of nights ago you were eating it from the back, and now on Monday you don't know her anymore.
Depends on what the situation is, but yeah, it can very much be that way.
Man, yo,
Hey,
that's some-
that may be like, you know, if you're in a big city, I can kind of understand what you're saying, Roger. But what about the people that live in small town America?
I mean,
Like
how
maybe
small we talking?
Louisiana. Let's even say something you familiar. Let's say like a Markham or a Harvey, even though we know them hoods. But say for instance, a guy meet a girl, you know, in Markham, and you know, come to find out that like because it ain't that big of a place. So if y'all both lived in that town, whether you was raised together or not, it's almost the degree of separation ain't gonna be that wide.
I mean, but see, y'all, he's talking about like a Chicago suburb just around a bunch of other Chicago suburbs. I understand it when we're young, really up to the point of high school, because once you start going to college, you start to get a little bit more mobile. So I get it from a high school perspective. But once you're beyond that, to me, we're mobile people at that point. We making moves. We going here, we going there. You shouldn't. Yeah, it's starting to get too close, if you ask me. I could let the college go a little bit, and just a little bit, because everybody going to the same school, whatever case. But man, we moving around too much for you to be knowing the people that I mean, you ain't supposed to be having sex with the people I know. I'm sorry. Yo, you better hope we married before it come up. That's all I can tell you. Because if we not, yeah, I'm probably gonna let you go. That's just real talk.
So let me get this correct. You ate it from the back last night. You hit it from the back and paint all these walls, and then the next day you gonna act like you don't know her like that.
No, I mean, it depends on what happens though. Because the next day, I may have found out my brother hit it too. Yeah, it's over with.
So y'all see why I say y'all niggas some hoes too?
No, I'm not catching it. I'm not catching it. Bro, you telling me I just was with a chick, and then the next day you say I act like I don't know her. But this is gonna be a reason. Well, if the reason is, you know what I'm saying, I happen to be with my brother, and my brother say, well, you know, I happen to hit her too. Yeah, bro, I'm straight on that.
But your brother didn't have her screaming and creaming like you did, Roger. Your brother was not using her cream all over her butt like you did, man. You were using your pinky finger to cream that ball hole, man.
Cut his mic off.
I don't understand why sexual performance would have. I don't understand what sexual performance would have to do with anything. Honestly, it's the fact that you had sex. Period. It's the only thing that matters. Your sexual performance ain't got nothing to do with it to me.
We got some hating nickels over here, man. He said, "Cut his mic off."
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what sexual performance would have to do with anything.
And it sounds to me like you never had a whole going back like you should be, y'all. That's why y'all talking the way that y'all talking.
Wait a minute. If you was messing with a chick and your brother hit the same chick, you don't think she been holding around too much?
Hey man, we gonna keep it in the family.
I mean, no. If y'all decide to treat her as a hoe and y'all keep having sex with her and that's it, and nothing else can happen, I understand that. Because, you know, people run trains on chicks and all kinds of stuff. So I get all that. But if you're trying to take a chick in some kind of serious way, and you find out somebody you know, one of your friends hit the same chick, you gonna be serious with her?
I'm gonna be serious to keep that thing that she got. That's some good thing, man.
So no, I think what you saying is you just ain't gonna take no chick serious. Now, if you ain't gonna take no chick serious, then none of this should matter to you. I say that. If that's what you put down, you ain't gonna take no chick serious no matter what. That's different, because none of them count in your world.
Hey, let me ask you this, Rod. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
I was gonna ask you. Say you saying that. Say for instance that situation you just said. One chick smashed your brother, and you saying, "Can
well,
you
my
asking?"
brother smashed. My brother would have smashed her because she's the chick.
Right,
so yeah. Well, go ahead.
Right. But you and you saying taking her serious. So what do you don't consider smashing a chick taking her serious?
No, that's not always true. So it's all, one night stands been going on. So no, having sex with a chick does not mean you're taking her serious.
No. Nowadays, under today's context, like how women view the world today, do you think smashing a chick in today's 2026? Do you think that she thinks you taking her serious?
My
Who
thing
cares,
is,
bro? Who
what
cares
she
what she
thinks
thinks,
don't
bro?
count. She's not the man. She's not in charge. And just
Why
because she
are
takes it
you
serious
even
does not
looking
mean
at it
the
from her
man takes it
perspective?
serious. No.
Why are you even looking?
Do you want me? Let me tell you why I think that.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I think it's important.
Okay,
I think
go ahead.
it's important.
I thought you was finished.
I'm saying at the end of the day, if she believes she's being taken serious, that's a guy putting something on a woman. I'm not gonna pretend I'm taking some woman serious that I'm not. That's number one. I don't do that. I don't encourage it, and I don't see how it's helpful to anybody. But just because she wants it to be serious, if you don't, it is what it is. If you told her what it is and she goes through it anyway, that's her fault. That's how I look at that. Because she could want to be with a man, and she's willing to give her body to a man because she wants to be with a man. But if he already told her, look, I don't see you that way, then you're supposed to back off as a woman. And if she doesn't back off, that's her fault. She's an adult.
Now, do you think most men approaching that situation like that in 2026, you think they come in and tell them, I just want to smash and that's it?
Apparently not, because they looking at it from a woman's perspective.
From y'all observation, do y'all think most men approach that situation like that? Let them know up front what the move is.
I don't even think they have to. I mean, they show it. They ain't marrying them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like moving them in their house and then they just smash it. So.
But I'm gonna say, I think men are not necessarily trained to tell a woman what it is through the door, but a woman should not be allowed to make assumptions, and then her assumptions that was never verified by the man. I don't think that's the man's responsibility either, though. You assuming something that ain't got nothing to do with me. You assume what you chose to assume. I didn't tell it to you. I didn't confirm it with you. I didn't give you no indication that was the truth. So if you made an assumption on your own, that's still on you at the end of the day. I think a lot of times we as men, we don't take women's ability to reason with the world as seriously as we should. If she came up with a determination without my help, that's on her. Because I believe I get what you're saying, but I mean, if I didn't say I'm your man and I ain't made no indication that I want to be your man, I mean, what do I need to tell you? You trying to give me something, I'm supposed to come out and lay out with a contract saying, well, before you give me this pussy that you clearly want to give me, you got to understand this means, this does not mean I'm about to be your man.
I think that the reason why I'm bringing that, because we know hoes don't think straight. They not rational thinkers. They not even productive thinkers. So from and again, I'm thinking towards a solution for this issue. I think if we if we continue to feed their delusion without making it plain and known up front, I think that just continue the cycle. That's why I said earlier, I think we should if it's not a real whore transaction where you know that y'all done set a price and once the job done, she's going in her own direction and you going in your own direction. I think we still giving these hoes too much. We giving them too much to work with. And I think discounts need to be starved out, if not nuked out.
Okay. Now I'm gonna give it to another guest because we got another guest that came up, but I am gonna say I do believe it is fair to require women to act like they're adults. I'm gonna say that. You know, I'm gonna require you to act like an adult. But let's give it to, believe it or not, y'all, a pimp named Slipback.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Keep your pimp hand strong, man. Keep your pimp hand strong. Please keep your pimp hand strong.
The one, the only, y'all. Hey. Now y'all remember, you gotta think it's whole now. You can't just call him Slipback.
You got to say the whole thing. You got to say the whole thing.
Keep the pimp hand strong. Keep the pimp hand strong. It's needed right now.
Listen,
it's needed.
Listen. I try to give y'all an opportunity to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth up here. But y'all beat around the bush, man. Negroes making too many excuses for these women. We out here marrying these unruly, promiscuous women. We cuffing them. We making them girlfriends and all kind of stuff, man. We need to go back to the old rules, man. In the 80s and 90s, man, it was certain women you just didn't see the light of day. You're not supposed to be seen with these women. These women shouldn't even have the audacity to call your phone while the sun's still up. You got to tell them the truth. This your position. You got to put them on the old Bell South phone plan. You can't call me before 7 o'clock, baby. Sun got to be down. And during daylight saving time, don't call me before 9. And I'm coming over no earlier than midnight, and I'm coming through the back door. And if any of your neighbor's lights is on, I ain't coming at all. You're not supposed to be seen with these promiscuous women. Ain't nobody supposed to know you got any dealings with these women, because they supposed to know that they are undesirable. You niggas taking these women out on dates. You niggas paying their phone bills and their light bills and all this other kind of stuff. We don't slip down the slippery slope where hoes is getting online talking about how much money you niggas is spending on. Y'all disgust me. Y'all disgust me.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he does have a point. I don't know why men think it's cool to acknowledge you've been with hoes. I don't get that. One thing y'all ain't gonna never see me do is brag about some hoes I've been with. And I've literally been doing this long enough that guys have come to the panel and then challenged me about some hoes. And I don't tell you nothing. Cause why? I'm not a girl, number one. Number two, I don't have to prove to some random man that don't know me that I can have sex with a hoe. I mean, saying she's a hoe is already implied I can have sex with her. He don't even get that. So I know he don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they're hoes. And that's what hoes do. They have sex with random men. You know, it's part of the game. You know, and why would I brag that I can smash a chick that basically anybody can smash? What's the brag on that? I don't get it. But a guy who sees his manhood through pussy, you know what I'm saying? I understand that's a confused man in the first place. I do get that that's a confused man in the first place. Because his manhood go through pussy. You know, pussy ain't never been attached to manhood as far as I can tell. It's never been. And I feel bad for the brother who think it is. And what's the point in showing off a chick if she's the local hoe? I'm not trying to tell you I've been with her. I'm trying to keep that pretty much secret. So it's guys out now. Don't get it twisted. Some guys, if you're a little smarter, you know how to throw out that I've been with hoes because you're trying to get other hoes. Okay, you can do that. Now, I would tell a hoe I've been with another hoe because that's just gonna make her go a little bit quicker. But I don't know why I would tell a man that I've been with some hoes because unless it's like a close personal friend of mine, I don't see what that's doing for either one of us. Okay, and I'm gonna say shout out to Gold P. He said, "Well, you did tell us this about the Subway bra, Roger. You bought her Subway, Roger. Subway. Yeah, I also told you she made a request to me and she never heard from me again. So what that mean? What does that mean?
You gotta
Go feed.
Yeah, go. See this thing. She shot herself in the foot. She had a chance to make something happen with me, and she shot herself in the foot immediately.
She got some
I ain't
Subway out
spoke
of it,
to
though.
the chick since. But see, that's
Subway.
me understanding I can throw a woman away because another one coming. And truth be told, I really wanted her sister. So, I was gonna be doing some finagling in that situation anyway. But it is what it is. So, what's a Subway sandwich to me? Nothing. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So remember, I didn't even slept with her. Now we got Tunnel Runner that came up, so let me let Tunnel Runner get the mic. Tunnel Runner, you got it, brother.
Thank you, sir. And that pimp called Slipback, I like that guy. He's talking some truth out there. That pimp boy, that pimpy. Hey, but brothers, it's all about self-control. This has nothing to do with the women. It's about us as men putting women in a category, putting them in their place. A hoe's supposed to be in a hoe place. A woman's supposed to be in a woman's place. A girl's supposed to be in a girl place. A lady's supposed to be in a lady's place. So it's all about our self-control and putting the women where they're supposed to be and not letting them to half step or overstep their boundaries. We are the masters of our own universe. Peace to the brothers.
Now, I would agree with you because I do think as men, we think we need hoes' permissions to classify them in situations. We think we need their permission. Don't call me no hoe. Women say stuff like that all the time. Why not? If you a hoe, why you tripping about I'm calling? You know what I'm saying? What's the big deal about me calling you a hoe if you's a hoe? Now I've told women if you don't want to be called a hoe, then don't let nobody know you a hoe. That's how you fix that. But once one of us know, it is what it is at that point. The thing is, do you need a woman's permission to classify her where you think she should be? And if I think you a hoe, we're not going to be seen together. We're not going to be talk. I'm not going to talk about you to somebody. Any kind of real orders. Only people who like really close to me when I was growing up would even know that I've been with some particular hoe. Because I don't go out trying to tell everybody I didn't slept with the local hoe. I don't think that's not news to me. Okay, so the local hoe slept with somebody. Yeah, that's not news. that's just a hoe being a hoe at the end of the day. You're not supposed to brag about that. You brag about the woman that couldn't nobody get. That's who you brag about. Man,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the chick that wouldn't get nobody none. Yeah, I brag about her. Possibly, but the chick that gave everybody something. No, I'm not bragging about that. There's no point. Okay.
Hey, on that note, I got a question for y'all, for everybody. Well, you mentioned one, I guess, protocol stance we should take as far as just not taking them serious. I guess the question is what's some of the other ways that the young brothers can identify a hoe? Like you also said that if you're one of if one of your guys smash, then you know she's a hoe. But what's other ways that the young fellas can recognize a hoe like as soon as possible without making any investments in it?
They're telling you. They're advertising it themselves now.
Yeah,
It ain't hard to find.
You can look at their Instagram. You can tell real fast. You know,
I'll
the
put it
baby
like
edges,
this.
the baby
If they
edges
have
with
a
the long eyelashes and shit. You know,
if they have a social media
titties out,
and there's any
ass out.
type of financial transaction instrument in the social media, you know, that's a great indicator that she's a hoe. Now, what am I talking about? I'm saying if she has a Cash App in her social media,
PayPal,
if she
all
has a Zelle in her social media, if she has a PayPal in her social media, it's not 100% guaranteed, but that's a pretty good
That's pretty
indicator that she a hoe.
99.9% accuracy.
You know, that's a
It
pretty good
ain't,
indicator she a hoe.
I say it like this. It ain't 100% guaranteed that she is, but if you pay her, it's 100%. If you send her some money, it's 100%.
$40 Cash App.
Yeah. If she's selling pictures, she's probably a hoe. Okay.
Check the medicine cabinets. Check the medicine cabinets.
At
You see
any kind of
penicillin in
picture.
there.
Okay. She's selling pictures, she's a hoe. Now I'm not talking about models who happen to only work for certain magazines or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if she sell pictures to random people. Okay, it's one thing if you selling your picture to a modeling agency, but if you selling your pictures to random people, oh, she probably up.
Hey, but Roger, if she says that money's not for her, it's for her mother, I ain't supposed to believe her?
Well, I mean, the fact that the money is for her mother, why does that stop her from being a hoe? We can believe her. I can believe she's selling it because her mama needs something. But what they got to do with her, whether she a hoe or not? I don't. Those two things don't go together to me. I don't care what she's doing with the money.
It's for a good cause, Roger. It's for a good cause.
So if you suck random's dicks to buy Christmas presents for underprivileged children, does that mean you're not a hoe?
Well, what about for college, for school? What if she's doing it to pay for college?
I bet a lot of them are sugar daddies. I don't sponsor the few college books, and you know.
You got a few textbooks out there somewhere. You know, somebody got a textbook.
I don't pay for some textbooks. You know what I'm saying? Man, no, man. Listen, man. We got to go back to the old standard, man. You got to let these women know, man. I can't be seen with you in public.
What if you meet them offline and you don't not on the social media and stuff like that? Well, why do you think they should go with that?
Well, I have met no woman through social media. I probably will never get up with a woman through social media. Yet you still can't find nobody I've been with. I don't think social media has anything to do with it. It's do I want to be seen with a hoe or not? If I've determined she's a hoe, I'm not gonna be seen with her.
No, I'm trying to point out ways that they can identify different ways they can be spotted, like even in the wild, if they're not even on social media.
I mean, at the end of the day, we had a good example of that yesterday. When you find a woman that gets very friendly with strange men, you know. Now I can understand maybe you working or something like that, but if you're on your free time and you real friendly with men that you don't know, that's a good indicator she's a hoe.
When you're meeting women naturally, naturally, it's in their speech patterns, their behavior, it's in their dress, it's in the way they carry themselves. It's very easy to spot. It's just we've been ignoring it for so long because men just want to have sex, and then they lie to themselves after they have sex with a woman about the quality of the woman.
Roger, can I ask a pimp called Slickback a question?
Yes, sir.
Before you ask that question, let me throw this while I got on my head because I don't want to forget. Because he said, what's like an easy way to figure out she's a hoe? Now watch this. Now this gonna be controversial to somebody. if she outside and she got a sports bra on, she probably a hoe.
100%.
Yeah.
Good point. And
100%.
I was hoping we go down that route because I was thinking about like the way women dress nowadays. I think I mentioned this to the fellas. Like I used to have to pay, like my homie, we used to have to pay to ride into a little parking lot to see women dressed. And these was actual hoes. And we was kids, like 14 and 15 years old. But we would drive through this parking lot to see women dress how we see women dress on the street nowadays. And like I said, they was whores advertising their goods in this little motel thing.
And what makes you think it's different now? What makes you think it's different now?
No. I don't think it's different. I think that's a good point that y'all raised because what like I said, it was you didn't see how women dressed so common nowadays. You didn't see that back then. Like I said, you had to go to a certain spot and you would have to pay. I think we paid $2 just to circle. There was always be like 4 or 5 of us in the car, and we would just pay $2 a car to circle just this block just to see women dress like how women dress today. I never purchased nothing from that spot. I don't think none of the guys in the car with us never purchased nothing like a whore, but we just used to pay for the view.
That's wild.
The only thing that's changed is that
$2 will give you the best back shot of your whole life.
I don't ever want to visit where you from.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna be more specific. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and this spot I'm talking about is right there. It used to be Stewart Avenue, right next to Atlanta Area Tech, right between Atlanta Area Tech, across from the Purple Onion Strip Club, and next to an old skating ring. They turned it to Chocolate City Strip Club. So anybody know from? If anybody knows, they know.
Stop that brother from abusing Atlanta. He's abusing Atlanta. Stop that brother.
I'm sorry, man.
Fuck that shit.
Atlanta slander.
Before you go, I want to get the question in because I stopped a question from being asked. Somebody said they wanted to ask a question to Great Black Reset. Who said that?
That was me. That was Tunnel Runner.
Go ahead, Tunnel Runner. Ask your question.
Yeah, my question was, there was a popular song that came out. It was the guy said, "I'm in love with a stripper," and right then and there, I wanted to ask this Mr. the Pimp Slickback. I knew guys were crazy. Once guys was singing that song, I said, "Y'all people are lost." As soon as you know that she's a stripper, you know you can't be in love with that. That's just something to play with. That's not a to deal with. You have to control your hoes.
We're gonna talk about that. That's the slippery slope that we're on as a men. I'm gonna let Roger get his thought out, and then I'll go down that path. But there's some issues with us. We love these. We love these hoes. We really do.
I'm gonna say that's where some people have gotten lost in the translation. The song was a joke. The fact that people didn't take it as a joke is sad on them. The song was literally a joke. T-Pain even explained that it was a joke. And the fact that you take it seriously, all I can say is who raised you. Okay? Who raised you?
Is there any truth in humor, Roger?
That's what makes it funny. That's what makes it funny.
But I'm personal attacks. I can't have this shit. Give his response, and then we're gonna get the opening statements from usual business, and then spin class. Is it? All right, go ahead, GBI. Say what you want to say on that.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick to Mr. Me Too. The uniform didn't change the percentage of hoes versus the percentage of women change. That's all.
I think I can agree with that.
Okay. And Roger, I'm sorry, I just want to say one thing. I be in the gym, they all got sports bras on. So if they're in the gym, they can wear them, right?
No.
If I can see your bra, that is a great indication that I can have sex with you.
Oh, even in the gym. Okay, I got you. I hear you.
I don't care where you at. If you're showing me your bra, use it so I can put my dick in you.
Yeah, they just
and your panty outline too.
They just
But go
cheap.
ahead.
That's all. They just ain't
Now, hold on,
bougie.
wait a minute. As one of the Atlanta natives, bro, the land of the strippers, bro. I mean, we got strip clubs on like Popeyes in this bitch. First off, one of the things that you want to look for is a woman who say you got to pay me for my time. If she's not telling you, oh, my time is valuable, that's the first thing you want to know that she a stripper. If she pay for all her things in ones and fives and tens, she definitely a stripper. Two necessary. Hold on, wait a minute. She can if she can run. I'm telling y'all think I'm playing, boy. Actually,
No,
I came straight
we
from high
laughing
school
because it's
and started
real.
fucking with strippers.
We laughing
I'm
because it's
laughing
real,
because
bro.
it's true, right?
If she can run, I'm telling you, if she can run at least 25 miles per hour in them heels, bro, you definitely dealing with a stripper. If her hair is, if she don't got if her name necessarily is always a nickname, she can't never give you her real name. Her name is Storm, Chocolate, anything else that's delicious and food related. She probably a stripper. What else? Give me a second. Hell, pretty much if you dating a bitch from Atlanta, 9 times out of 10, she knows somebody that's a stripper or she got cut in that stripper. So you gotta be real careful when you come to Atlanta. And I'm gonna let that be. And I gotta say one thing. Fuck all y'all, bro. Cause when that song came on, I thought it was the coolest shit. I was fresh out of high school. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna date me a stripper. Fuck y'all.
I'm just saying that song was a joke, y'all. It was literally a joke. Okay. But spin class, you got the mic. Go ahead, my brother.
Hey, what's going on, Roger? What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Stewart Avenue has been rebranded. Mr. Me Too is now Metropolitan, brother. It's now
Man,
Metropolitan.
I know they cleaned it up a little bit.
That sounds like
try
he's
to
right.
they
Yep.
be rebranding it, man. But
Atlanta, back to Atlanta, back to Atlanta.
hey, I know a little something about that area, man. Yo, man, I know this. Hey, I'm a cynic. You guys know that, man. Hey, we're in a sad state, man. And the thing is, there's no real super defining line between the regular woman, the non-hoe, and the hoe. Fellas, I know. It's sad, man. Look, I'm a military guy. I'm used to like strict, stern standards, man. Like like you, I'll say for instance, like your uniform, man. If we'll break out the ruler on you to measure, a certain thing to see if it's fitting right, man. And we don't do that with these women, man. To be quite honest, fellas, we gotta really talk about it, man. We gotta talk about it. We've made the hoeing is regular now, man. If a chick is wearing what Gucci cutters, Daisy Dukes, that's hoe attire. She's a hoe. If she's taking a picture and she got her ass pointed towards the picture or towards the camera, that's whole behavior, fellas. And I know we accept it now, man. I know it's become normal. And I'm not mad at it. I'm just here living, just like everybody else, man. But fellas, man, it has to be a defined line, fellas. Or we're not going to be able to identify these hoes, man. I understand, and I know hey, we're in a sad state, but it gotta be a real defined line for a real defined line. If we can't identify them, how are we gonna use our the Hotocals? I mean, anyway, I'll end right there, man. I'll jump in whenever I can. Thanks, Rod.
To be honest, ain't nothing but hoes out here, boy. They're looking for wives. I always tell you, y'all some nickels. All they got for you is some hoes. Better get a few of these hoes and make it work.
I mean, what you say that as if hoes have to be accepted. Yeah, I mean, have y'all? I mean, maybe y'all have never really not liked anything, but like there's stuff that I just don't like at all. There's no way you can put it together in a package that I'm gonna be cool with. Like for instance, I don't like squash, y'all. I don't like squash. Now you may think you the best squash maker of any kind. It's garbage to me. You see what I'm saying? Now you could send me to a whole restaurant and say the restaurant is it got squash this, squash that, all kinds of this with squash in it. You know what I'm gonna ask for? Water. It's that simple to me, man. It just because there's an abundance of hoes does not mean they have to count. You just got abundance of people that don't count. I don't see what the big deal is.
Roger, that I respect your analogy, brother, but you're not trying to have sex with squash, brother. That's a different type of thing, man.
I
A
do
different
gotta
type
eat
of
though.
drive.
I do gotta eat, and it would literally take me trying to get death off me for me to eat squash. That's what it would take for me to eat squash. I would literally have to perceive that I'm going to die if I don't eat this.
Jado, this is another day of the brothers are refusing to be honest with themselves.
Hey, brother, I just listen,
We
man. You know, I'm
we
learning.
all we all, whether currently or in our past, have dated, married, and or been in long-term relationship with hoes.
I agree.
We all have.
True.
And most of us will continue to do so. You know why? Because we keep giving them passes so that we
Yes.
feel better about our situation.
Yes, that's my point. GB, all right?
Keep trying
I
to
mean,
save
pimp
him.
name slip back.
Keep
I'm
trying to
sorry.
save him.
Yes, man.
Keep trying to save him, man. The cycle keeps repeating.
I mean, I know I get it. We out here trying to live. We doing our thing. I'm out here too, fellas. I'm not acting like I ain't part of it, man. I'm part of it.
Each and every one of us, including me, bro, we done been there, bro. And what we do is we tell ourselves in the midst of the situation, it ain't that bad.
Yep.
No, I think y'all
I
just.
think it's
I
even
think y'all
worse
doing.
when we
No,
go
wait a
ahead.
minute. I think y'all is spinning something. First of all, are you a person trying to avoid hoes in the first place? Because now you got.
Yes.
Because my thing is you got to be real. Hoes gonna be hoes. You gonna smash hoes. But now if you're a person who's saying I don't want to touch no hoe, that's like going to the restaurant that only got all these squash dishes, but you only get water. Because if your stance is you're not touching a hoe, then you got to live a little bit of a different life. I never said that I tried to avoid. I didn't told you I didn't smash hoes. I just don't tell people about it. That's all. That don't mean a hoe don't have some value. She's valuable enough to suck my dick. She is that valuable. Now to be known of participating activity, no, she not there. I'm not gonna tell y'all I smashed this hoe. No, why would I do that? Why I want to be seen with her? I got no reason to be seen with her. So when it comes down to dealing with a woman on any kind of serious level, if I think you're a hoe, it's just not gonna happen.
Hey, Roger, man. Look, man, I've been around brothers from all over the country, outside the country, myself included. Look, man, I don't know of any brothers that's not really in that game of managing like whores. They don't just strictly have sex with hoes, man. They do a lot of extra stuff. I never met the guy. Maybe there's some guy out there. Maybe you guys might be on the panel. I don't know. I'm not getting personal with anybody. I'm just saying I just don't know of any black man that just has like, okay, here's the transaction. Boom, 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 in and out. I don't know of him.
Yeah, it's not many of us out there, and I think it should be a lot more. Definitely.
I got an answer for you. If you're from where I'm from, you can get the best back shot for $2 and forget about it. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm gonna say this. If you're doing transactions, you should act like you're doing transactions. If you trying to get something and she say you gotta pay my phone bill first, she just changed it to a transactional thing. My thing is you treat it that way. You know, I gotta pay your phone bill. Okay, how much your phone bill? Let's say she say $70. Okay, I'm gonna give you the 70. I'm gonna go over there, smash. Here's your $70. I'm out of there. Now, when you go the next time, give her $70. But all this, we going out on dates. I'm finna take you to my mom and them. I'm finna show you to my family. Like all that stuff got to cut off. It's on you if you're gonna treat a woman at a level that she should not be treated as. You know, if she's gonna make it transactional, fine. She has a right to make it transactional, but you can respond as if it's now a transactional thing. You don't have to do nothing extra. I think it's a problem with men thinking you need to do more once she done made it transactional. Because once you make it transactional, ain't no going on dates no more. It is what it is.
Right. I don't know if they feel like they want to, like they have to do more. They want to do more, bro.
Right. They want to. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get.
No one wants that. They want to play that game. They want to be lied to, man.
Roger don't understand the need for men to rescue women. There are men out here who want to rescue women from terrible situations because they want to feel like the hero. They fantasize about it in their heads. There are men, like we'll be in a group. We're just like us fellas. Just say we on the corner, and then one of us is like, "Hey man, what about the old girl?" We're like, "Yeah," and a couple of us be like, "Yeah, we hit that man. She alright," and he'll go right behind the both of us, go knock that down, and then come back and be like, "Man, you know what, man? She done changed. She ain't like that no more."
Hey, GBR, you know what they say? You don't know her like I do.
Let me get a photo of Shark Sims and pray for some of you niggas. That's all I'm.
I know the truth, bro. I know her. I know her, bro.
It's painful, man.
Me by my new name, Roger.
Oh my bad. I was just going to say my bad. Generic Jackson is in the building. Go ahead, my brother.
Yo, what's up, fellas? What's up?
What's happening?
How y'all doing? Roger, thanks for welcoming me to the Black Manosphere side of things. I like it over here. You guys are real cool. But nah, I was just going to say, in 2026, I think whole protocols need to be applied to every female until she proves her way out of whole protocols.
I can agree with that too.
I like it.
Because they got too much access to everything. Like I always tell y'all, one of my favorite philosophers, Shark Sim, says, don't date no bitch with electricity. And almost they all got it. And that electricity gives them access to a whole bunch of stuff. And you like we said yesterday, like a female with just like a lot of time on her hands and all kinds of like, it's going to be real different. You know what I mean? So I would advise everybody. We know every woman is not a hoe, but you really have to treat them all like that until they prove themselves valuable or they prove themselves not a whore. Just like a nigga you meet in the street, son got to prove that he down and y'all cool like that before you just call him a friend or call him a homie or you know what I mean, call somebody one of your niggas. So I just wanted to give that to the people, and I don't know if the panel got on that yet, but I just wanted to add that to it.
I don't know. I disagree, but I think they all hoes, bro. I don't know. I'm out here in the streets, boy. I'm telling you, boy, they all hoes.
No, that's what I said. She got to prove herself. She got to prove it.
Hey, she man, I just seen some things.
She proves she not.
Well, I'm gonna say, you're gonna have, if you're trying to do anything as far as a relationship is concerned or take any woman seriously, you're gonna have to give some kind of benefit of the doubt. Now, if you're just trying to smash a chick, then you might as well treat them like hoes. But my thing is, you gotta make an actual decision about what you're gonna do, because when it comes down to it, if we don't set a standard about how we want to treat hoes, why wouldn't they go crazy? You know, my thing is this: I can see you some way, but if you do something to mess me up and I can't see you that way no more, that's a you problem. Because once I determine you a hoe, I ain't gonna just start off treating you as no hoe, because I ain't gonna talk to a woman that I think is just a real hoe outside of something to do with sex. I ain't making that much effort for no sex, because I'm thinking they're gonna give it up pretty fast. So I ain't making much effort for sex. If I want something more than that, then yeah, I'll make some kind of effort. But if I see you as a hoe, the effort out the window. I don't care what was going on. The effort gone. But I'm gonna turn it over to hold on. Now I gotta see what his name is. We got Grandmaster. I can't see it, brother. I can't see it. I can't see it.
Tricking.
Grandmaster Tricking. It's in the building. Okay. So we're gonna let him give his take on it. You got the flow, my brother.
Welcome, Grandmaster. Welcome.
Salute to everybody on the panel.
Oos, Grandmaster. Oos.
Special shout. Well, I don't know what that is, nigga. I'm not in Japan, nigga. That's
wrong master.
Wrong language.
So you know what? So first of all, let's get something straight. 2 minutes supposed to be uninterrupted, right? And I got privilege, so I get 3 minutes. So unless you are a film master or a blade master like Jado, keep it quiet. So now, first and foremost, I would like to say salutations to the panel, salutations to the chat, and all y'all niggers are Johns up in this piece. And I am ashamed of what I have been hearing today. Y'all up here talking about how to incorporate a whore in your community. A whore brings STDs. A whore brings impressionable behavior to your little girls and children. A whore, which truth teller likes to kiss in the mouth, brings likes to kiss in the mouth after 25 balls been in her, right? Brings nothing but disgust. Sodom and Gomorrah, God had to burn that with fire and brimstone. And now, just because yesterday some trifling ass Jamaican talk about whore protocols, now y'all want to bring her in the community. Shame on all you niggas up here venerating renegades. Right? You got that no placeholder. Y'all up here listening to no placeholder and truth teller. You know why that nigga's name no placeholder? Because a tricked on him. And now he's upset for that. Shame on all y'all.
You know, placeholder now. Wow.
I believe 2 minutes is not up, and I got 3 niggas. And then you got the south of the border nigga up here talking about coconut pancakes and shit. Shame on all y'all. Whores are not allowed in the community, brothers and sisters. You got to whole protocol. Like what does it say? A whore and a whoremonger shall not enter the kingdom of God. Right? So all you tricks and Johns up here gonna talk about like see this is the thing we want to talk about. Black men being leaders, accountability. Like, and see, this is why I can only respect Jado, because Jado talks about a whore's there to make you money. All y'all other niggas are talking about how you can you safely sleep with one. You disgusting trifling niggas. I'll let my plane there.
You niggas.
Hey, Grandmaster. I got one question. Hold on. Before you ask me that question, I just wanted to let you know, Grandmaster, that my opening statement was to starve the whole cancer out. So I'm not trying to. I'm not nowhere near.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I didn't see you. That's a righteous brother right there too. Black power, shea butter. That's
okay.
So to this Negro.
Before you respond to that triggering message, I'm gonna say, y'all niggas should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm grandstanding right now. Y'all niggas should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, bro.
Stand up.
Hold on. No, I got this one, nigga. Oh, I got this nigga. Hold on, wait a minute. So what happened to your Chinese hoes you was out there paying in China? But what happened to them, bro? Did you wipe your little Chinese trick off lady? Say what happened to them? Because you told us the story. So what happened to them, bro?
What are you talking about, nigga? But first of all,
wait a minute. So hold on. Oh, you weren't paying no Chinese, but got nothing for no pussy? You
I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what this nigga talking about.
Wait a minute, I forgot the name for it. Now it's showing you what's that shit? So when you got a little sugar baby out there, I forgot the name of it, but and this man had sugar babies out there. Don't believe this nigga. Don't believe none of this shit. This motherfucker talking about. He had sugar babies, boy.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking
throw a
about,
flag
brother.
on the plate right now. Hold on. We got to throw a flag on the plate. So first of all, this nigga's bringing up after hour shit. And I don't know what he's talking about. He got to go. He got to go right now. That's a violation. After our violation.
I don't think that was
He
even
never said
said
that.
in after
He
hours.
never said that. He never said he was after hours.
No,
He
no.
never mentioned that.
No, the thing is, there is a rule that anything we say, I don't care how slight it is, you cannot bring it up. You know what I'm saying, on the public side.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say, I don't even remember you saying that, brother.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't know what he's talking about.
Everything.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, Roger.
Can you do me one favor? Can you highlight at the dentist?
Highlight who?
Can you highlight at the dentist?
Y'all, hold on. I gotta hear the name. What name did you say?
No placeholder. At the dentist.
After dentist.
After dentist?
Yeah.
After dentist.
At.
What's the name? Who?
No placeholder coming. He talking about no placeholder coming.
Oh, at
so
the dentist.
I just want to highlight my good brother, no placeholder. Thank you very much. See, this is what happened when you eating coochie from hoes. Your teeth rot.
Oh.
Listen, man.
Hold on. But Roger, hold on. Only person that makes me coconut pancakes are respectable, good women. I haven't had no hoes make me no pancakes, so I'm looking for. I was looking for.
I apologize. I shot a little bit off the hip, so I'm gonna apologize.
we all could some of that buckshot spray.
Yeah. Hoes don't be making no coconut pancakes.
Hold on.
Straight bullets, boy. Bullets ain't got no names, man.
Actually, I'm just gonna apologize to Mr. Me Too, because Tonorano, sometime when I'm talking, you insist. So you gotta catch that shot today, brother. I'm sorry.
I respected the shot because I was like, okay, they on that Jamaican thing together. So you shoot one, you gotta shoot the other. So I understood.
I'm collateral damage, man. Just
that's how it goes sometimes.
Hey fellas, I spoke about this before. I like to keep repeating them because it was very eye-opening for me. I mean, I already knew this, man. I took a trip to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, a large Muslim population there, man. Most of the women were covered. I didn't quite like that. I'm a Western guy, just like I think most of you, all of you guys, right? I didn't quite like that, but I understood. I respected it, though. That was a big point. And then the women that were other tourists that were out there, uncovered, literally showing their butts, those were the hoes. I knew the difference, man. It was very plain and simple. It was easy.
All right, y'all. We got AL coming up, so I got to let him get the mic. AL, good to see you, brother. You got it?
Hey. Long live the bigger line steppers. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm just stepping in. I'm going to step back and listen and catch up, and I'll intervene and put in my input as needed. Okay?
10-4, brother. 10-4.
Hey, Roger, let me say something real quick, if that's possible.
Go ahead.
Jado, I feel you, but me personally, I'm like an old school cereal box nigga with the prize inside. I like to get, open the box and see the prize. So like I'm an assologist. I could see a body with all kinds of shit on it. I could see the body. You know what I mean? So like the other day I'm at the park, the Muslim crew came through and she had a whole 3/4 of cloth, and I seen the thing fall away. So I'll be appreciating it covered up, you know what I mean, to make it look better for me.
Hey, we attended the same university, brother. I agree, man. I'm the same way too, but I've been corrupted, man. I'm used to seeing it right there, right in front of my face.
I want to say something
Western
if I could.
civilization
Let
culture
me
I
let me
want
has
to
read
say
this.
something if I
bro.
could.
Let me read
So,
this by Black Rule first, and
all right.
then you got it. Shout out to Black Rule Strike. He said what Jado is saying is when you spend enough time around a woman, you tend to humanize her regardless of how much of a hoe she may be.
So, but here's the
Thank you,
situation.
Guru.
See, here's the situation, right? Like, so let's look at Kuala Lumpur, right, and Malaysia. Let's also look at Indonesia, right? Indonesia, the same thing, right? Where majority of the population is Muslim. Matter of fact, they have the most Muslims in Indonesia than anywhere else in the world, right? See, the thing about it is, it's just that when you have modest women, you start to be able to enjoy the true beauty of a woman instead of just the meat market. And because we grew up in a Babylonian system, a Sodom and Gomorrah type of community, because that's what we do. Like my man said, right? He's an assologist, and he's probably been an assologist since 5th grade, right? Because that's the kind of filth that we live in, where boys can be assologists by 5th grade, right? Sitting in the back talking about what color panties she got, right? But when you do that type of stuff, you really lose the true beauty of a woman, and so that when she's covered up, for a lot of us, we can't appreciate the other attributes of a modest woman. We can't appreciate the beauty of a modest woman because we've been so desensitized. That's why Reset have to use Blue Chew right now because of all the extracurricular self-loving he did when he was younger. That shit don't work no more. So I pass the mic on that.
Well, I would say I do agree that to me, a lot of women are far more attractive if they actually got clothes on. I mean, they're gonna stick out because they had clothes on. I can definitely appreciate a woman in a nice dress. I don't see it a whole lot unless you got to go to like a certain. Well, I'm a person that goes to church, so I'll see people on Sundays in dresses. But I'm talking about like a young woman or a woman just on the street or whatever on a Wednesday, just a random Wednesday. I don't really see women dress modestly. I don't really see them dressing in dresses. I don't see them dressing in any kind of real feminine way for the most part. So when I see it, it sticks out to me, and I try to spin the block on a chick like that, because you don't see them that much. So I be trying to attack it when I see it. I be trying to jump on it. Now it's hard to do sometimes when you're in traffic, but when I see them, I try to jump on it, and that's real talk.
But Roger, let them tell it. The females tell it. No, they have to dress like they dressing now, so you can truly appreciate their body because they're not gonna cover up anymore. The majority, they like, and then they'll tell you, this is the way the manufacturers are making the clothes for us now. So this is their excuse that they're gonna give you, and this is their pushback. So you're gonna have to accept it or not, or look for the ones that are in church like you're talking about. Period.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't care nothing about excuses. So if you want to cover yourself, you cover yourself, and if you don't, you don't. Any woman trying to explain to me that she wanted to cover herself and she couldn't get the job done, you just sound unintelligent to me. That I don't have all these special provisions for people. Sometimes people just sound stupid to me. How you want to cover yourself and you can't do it? You slow. That's all it is for me. I done seen women turn all kinds of items into other items because they'll fold a shirt this way, they'll twist a shirt around this way, they'll take a dress and do this with it, and they do all kinds of stuff. If you want to cover yourself, you do it, and if you don't, you won't. Just hear what it is for me. I don't believe in excuses. And shout out to Black Hole Strikes. He says, "What happened to you? What happens to you when you treat all women as if they might be hoes? I think there is some damage being done to you." What happens to you when you treat all women as if they might be hoes? I think there's some damage. There's some damage might being done to. Well, I don't. Well, I think I don't remember who suggested that, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you have to give some woman the benefit of the doubt if you actually like that particular woman. You give up benefit
Tell
of the
Black
doubt.
Rule to come to Atlanta. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Tell him to come to Atlanta, Georgia, and then go ahead and apply that same lock. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm gonna say if you're gonna talk to a woman in any kind of real way, you got to give her some level of benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying she a virgin, but I don't believe in just because she a virgin, she a hoe. I've never bought into that. You know what I'm saying? There's some women who are only with their man at that particular time, and they don't trade up on men for real quickly like that. And there's some women who just with a guy and they want to get married to the guy that they with, and they've only been with one or two men their whole life. So I ain't gonna call them hoes. I don't have an expectation that a woman has a boyfriend and he's not gonna have sex with her though. It can happen, but that ain't my expectation. Now, my thing is, if she's changing guys up every 3 months, that would tell me she's a hoe, because she can't be satisfied with one man if every quarter she with a different dude. 4 guys in a year. Yeah, to me, that's a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to really have no argument about that. You tell me she been with 4 guys in the same year, I'd be like, all right, well, she probably a hoe, and I ain't gonna really argue it. But if you are going to take any woman seriously, you got to give her some range of benefit of the doubt. And my thing is, if you're gonna say that they're hoes and you're not gonna give any of them benefit of the doubt, then you can't take none of them seriously. To me, that's the math.
I mean, but I know we probably don't want to really, really, really get into the nuts and bolts of this whole thing, man. Like, hoes are women too. They are human. They're people, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm dealing with a hoe, I'm not gonna go up and just slap her and say, "Hey, this is what it is." You know what I'm saying? Like we have a standard protocol of dealing with women, right? Am I correct or am I wrong?
Well,
I don't just go cuss. We don't just go up and start cussing out somebody because we think they're a hoe, right?
No,
I think the standard protocol should just make sure that they understand that it's transactional up front and just treat them accordingly. You ain't got to do nothing beyond that.
I think if you see them as hoes, you just don't date them, period. I'm not saying you can't have sex with them, but you can't take them out. You can't do the things that you would do with your girlfriend who's supposed to become your fiance, who's supposed to become your wife. You can't have that type of lifestyle. Like, she can't meet your mama ever. I don't care how long it's been. She can't meet your
can't
family.
even meet your address.
Yeah, I mean, she can't. I ain't gonna say address, because you might take a chick to the crib to smash, even though that you got to be cautious about that.
Right.
But she shouldn't know your brother. She shouldn't know your sister. Now, if you sharing her with your brother, that's one thing, because there's guys that'll get down like that. But if it's not like a situation where you finna share her with your brother, why she know your brother?
Roger, so what Roger's basically saying is, if you go deal with a transactional hoe, you better keep her hidden like she's a cockroach underneath the goddamn floor. You don't want her to come out in no aspects at all. You gotta keep her in the dark.
I mean, that's a good way to say it, AL, because let's be realistic. If you got roaches, you don't want your friends to see your roaches. You inviting over some important individual, you don't want that person to come to your house and see roaches. So it's the same thing. I don't want my friends and family to see my hoes. That makes sense to me.
What you say, Roger? Them your roaches. Not, you don't need everybody seeing your roaches. You
Exactly.
can see them, but you don't want nobody else to see them.
I got a little salty one time when a chick called me. We in the car. We in the car. Chick called me. My mama happened to be there on the phone. Be there too. Now she on speakerphone now. She addressing her like she's some proper young lady, because that's what my mama gonna assume I'm talking to. A proper young lady. I hurry up in that phone call. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mama going somewhere. She's like, who was that? Nobody you worth asking about. Don't even worry about her. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna never meet her. I ain't say that to my mama, but I was if it turned to something, I'll let you know. But you ain't. My mama ain't supposed to hear her. You know, I just got caught off guard that time. My mama ain't supposed to even hear her voice. You know, I ain't trying to tell you nothing about her. That ain't how we getting down.
Roger, so you felt a little ashamed, huh? You felt a little ashamed because your mama heard her voice, huh?
I don't know if
Tell
I
the
felt
truth.
shame, but I just know this wasn't supposed to be happening. It definitely could have been shame. Maybe it was some shame in there. You know, my mama's not supposed to talk to me.
I know it was, fool. Quit playing. Because you was ashamed that your mama was hearing her voice. That's what it was. That's why you
It
hurried up
was.
and got off the phone quick.
I agree with L. It was shameful, and you should have been shamed. You should have been shamed, sir. These hoes are not supposed to see the light of day.
Shame.
But you
Shame.
niggas is out here
Shame.
holding
Shame.
hands.
I told you
Shame.
You
the
out here holding
cockroaches.
hands with these women.
Hey,
Y'all getting them pregnant. Y'all
don't
having babies with these women, and
do
y'all
not let
trying
these
to turn them into
do not let these cockroaches out in
respectable
public.
women.
Do not let these cockroaches out in public. Y'all better stop that. Y'all boys be playing too much. So, and then I be
Y'all,
seeing some boys I be seeing some boys they be having hugging on them and rubbing on them and out in public and they just can't get enough. Like you out in public with that?
Shame.
Yeah,
Shame.
and what
Shame.
we need to do is
oh,
start shaming these dudes that do that. Carry these bras out in public like, oh, this my girl. Do you not know this is the neighborhood hoe?
bro,
And
these,
they be taking these girls on trips, and these girls be disrespecting them and showing their ass out in foreign countries. They be
you,
embarrassing some of these guys because I had one brother bring a girl, and we're in a mosque, and the girl had to put some clothes on. They had to make her put some clothes on, and she refused to do it. And they guys had to hold that girl
They
out
looked
of the
at
place
she
and
looked
had to
at them
look at that guy like, look,
she
your
looked
woman
at
is
them
you better control your woman, or we gonna both have to leave out of this country.
bro,
But
she
we don't
looked
play
at
that
them
stuff.
she looked at them Muslims like they was crazy and they looked at her like she was a scandalous ass witch. A
Yeah,
white
you,
I
witch.
mean,
you,
they were
you
about to get ready
Negro,
to stone her.
You know, one thing.
you, you Negroes are out in public with these women. Y'all going to the zoo, feeding the animals, and taking the animals home. Y'all got to
Shame.
stop, man.
Shame. Shame.
Y'all got
You
to
Shame.
know. You
stop.
know.
Shame.
One thing.
Shame. Shame.
One thing I
And you,
learned though, man, it's like if a man loves a hoe, bro, ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't care unless unless you take him out. If he love her, bro, you ain't gonna shame nothing out of him. It ain't gonna work.
Well,
Think
I
about
think
it. There's some that actually love the ones you pay for, and they everybody know that they be on the corner, but it's
Now,
still guys out there
I
that
think
love them.
this is kind of the human
well,
condition,
you
brother.
got,
I mean, yeah, man. Anyway, go ahead, Simon. Let me back up.
well,
you
I
got,
think Jed
you
is
got,
right.
you got, you got niggas like Brunk come in on the back end of a train and want to get married. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
They
but
they do stuff
why you
like
gotta
that,
do me
man.
like that, man? Why you gotta
Y'all be
do me
so
like that,
wrong
man?
sometimes. Y'all be
Hey,
so wrong.
man, you out of pocket. You out of pocket, Reset. You way out of pocket, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Check
Nah, bro.
that
No,
nigga, man.
no,
Check
Reset.
him.
No, Reset. You think you laughing, but he's really, for real, bro. You out of pocket, bro. You actually out of pocket, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
no,
You can't just
no,
be.
I'm
You can't
saying
just. You
you
can't.
got, you got, you got,
Look.
you
Look.
know,
You just can't be
I
dragging up a
don't went
nigga
up,
past, man. You can't be dragging up a
I
nigga
don't went
past,
up,
man.
I don't went up in there. Hot sauce done went up in there. J-Lo done went up in there. Brock go up in there, come up out of there and be like, I love her. I be like,
Look,
God
look, I do on the
Hey.
same side, on the
Hey.
serious side.
BGR. BGR. Great
Hey,
Black
man,
Reset.
you gotta
damn.
laugh so you don't cry, man. You gotta
Great,
laugh so you
great,
don't cry.
great, great Black Reset. You know what's their favorite
Yeah,
lies when they do that? You don't know her like I do.
what's that?
Say you don't know how to do. Look,
No,
on the
All
serious
right.
side of
but
on
I
the
mean,
All right.
serious
I can
side
talk
of
we're,
free.
we're,
Got somewhere where I can speak. say, y'all, we like you said, shame. We need to shame these dudes. They ridiculous.
We're
They ridiculous,
having
man. I'm like,
fun with it, but
no, but you can't. They try to take them out in public and have fun with them. See, y'all need to educate these brothers. And bro, you don't know that's a hoe, and then you need to get all up in his face, bro. That's a hoe. She done been around the block 20 times. She done all kinds of nasty with all kinds of people, and she's all kinds of rotten, and that's rotten fruit, bro. Why are you trying to hook up on rotten fruit?
Hey,
And then, yeah.
Hey, yeah, it don't even matter, bro. It don't even matter, bro.
So what do you mean it doesn't matter? So what
you can tell them.
You go just
you can
allow
tell them everything, man. And some niggas still gonna marry you.
you
And
gonna allow
that's
them to
why I
keep doing
said.
this?
That's why I said when they drop that 10,000 on you, you don't know what to do anymore.
Look, y'all. I think that's the problem. There's too many things that are conflated. A hoe can get married, but back in the day, she used to have a good sense to go to a whole different state, so nobody knows her reputation. A chick can be a hoe to you, but not necessarily be a hoe to another man. Okay,
Not
she could
just a
change
whole
her life
nother
around.
state. Not just a whole nother state. She had the common sense to know, hey, if I'm out here hoeing and a couple of niggas know I'm out here doing bad, it's time for me to go to another side of town. You know, I'm gonna go to the south side instead of being on the north side, because the north side know I'm scandalous. I got to go. They move around, but see now they don't care. They gonna stay put.
Well, what my
Not
point
only
is,
change
we're
their
supposed.
area, they would change their mindset too.
Hold on, though. This is the thing, y'all. As men, you can't conflate our different ways of thinking. If she been a hoe her whole life, and I don't know she's a hoe, I don't know that. Let's say she is from a different state. Now I meet her. She gives me no indication that she's a hoe at all. That's absolutely fine, because people can change. I ain't saying most people will, but people can change. But if you give me the dignity of not trying to be a woman to me when you've been a hoe to everybody else, you actually left the state so I don't run into your past, I got something to work with on an individual basis. And that's why I say if your whole past catches up to me, realistically speaking, I don't care how good I say I am as a person or whatever impression you think I'm good. I believe if your whole past caught up to me, I'm probably just gonna dump you and I'm done. If I find out that anybody I know that been with you, I'm probably out of there, because I'm being realistic. It's nice to say I wouldn't do that, but it's probably not true. I'm probably gone the day I find out.
Roger say, if them whole facts catch up to you, I'm gone.
Well,
Hey Roger,
it's
let me ask you this. Say for instance, she is a chick from a different town, and you got her. She's doing right by you. You know, past your 60 days, your 60-day trial, and you about ready to take her serious, and then you go back home.
Well, if
You
we
go
not
back to
married,
her hometown.
if we not
And
married, and I find out you've been with anybody I know, you
no,
probably
not nobody you know, but you go back to her hometown, and you found out that she was the hoe of her hometown. Nobody you know, but this is a chick from out of town, and you taking her serious, so you going to check her hometown out.
Her whole facts gonna be live and in effect in her hometown.
You
And
say
you find
what?
out what you gonna do.
Yeah, how would y'all deal with that situation?
How would you
I have
deal
a
with it?
serious answer. This is about public embarrassment of men. This is something I've been talking about a while here on this channel. No man wants to think about or be in the room with another man that has seen the woman that he's with naked. This is just the truth. This is the truth. Bro, under no circumstance, I don't care if you already married to her. If she puts you in a position for you to be embarrassed in public, she got to go.
Yeah.
She got to
I can agree
go.
with that.
Now, I'm gonna say, regardless of being embarrassed, because I'm probably not gonna be embarrassed.
No,
But I
no,
got to give.
I'm not talking about your personal
No.
feelings.
Hold on, bro. I'm saying something different than what you're saying. You just gave your piece,
Okay.
which I think was a good piece. I'm saying a different piece. I don't care nothing about the embarrassment part. The fact that I have to now deal with the fact that you are a hoe is a problem. If you can't keep your
Amen.
holders under control, that I have to now deal with it, you out the door. That's
Tell
just
him,
what it's gonna
Deacon.
be, man. I'm not
Tell him,
dealing
Deacon.
with no hoes like that. My hoes, me dealing with hoes is supposed to be a secret. As opposed, she know it, I know it, and don't nobody else really need to know.
And,
Nobody need to know we know
hold
each
on,
other.
fellas. Hold on.
Hey, Mr. Me Too.
We got to
Not.
understand it. Like,
Oh,
hoe, when
can't hear
Is that
you,
me
AL.
or did he go out?
He went
I don't
out.
hear
AL
him.
He went out.
Mobile. AL Mobile for you.
Hey, the truth about it, man. Like, look, the whole time. Oh, there's a way out of being a hoe, fellas. Like this, it ain't like it doesn't have to be like eternal damnation to a chick, man. Like the reality about that question. I know you directed it to Roger, Mr. Me Too, but
It was
let's
for
be
the
honest,
panel. It
man.
was for the panel. Go ahead.
The average man, if that woman is fitting all your needs, and let's say she's great to you, the man gonna move past that, bruh. Unless she gives you some future indication that she wants to go back to her previous life, man. If the woman is fitting that man's needs, doing what she needs to do with that man, and let's say he went back to her hometown, like, oh man, she was out there a little bit. Okay, I see. Okay, she was hoeing out. But if she's really fitting that man's needs and she's showing no indications that she's going to be doing that in the future, or she wants to go back to that lifestyle, hey, that man, let that go for the most part, man.
I agree with that, but it's also some issues even with that. That's why I think is I think we should not even give. We really should starve this shit out. Excuse my French, but we really should try to find a way to starve it out. Because like what President was saying earlier, Grandmaster Trickin was saying earlier, it's he said there's no place in a community. It is a place in a community for hoes, but it's a very small contained space for them. They got their place, but they can't be as loud as they have been in the last few decades, and they can't call as many shots as they've been calling in the last few decades. Because it's ruining everybody. Like he said, they poisoning our youth, and they passing out diseases, whether it's mental or physical or whatever. It's just not a good place for them to be so vocal and out there like this. But go ahead.
I don't think we should tolerate hoes being advertised, period. I told my goddaughter, okay, she got her little boyfriend. I told her, take that nigga off your page, period. Now, I ain't saying he's just a nigga. It's just, that's my reaction. You know what I'm saying? Take that nigga off your page and tell him I said so. I told her, don't put no nigga on your page until you go down the aisle. Point blank, period. I don't think any woman should be bragging that she done been with any amount of men. I don't think that's good. I don't think it's good for men to do. I don't think I don't see how that helps anybody. That you telling everybody you done bust this particular hole down. Now, if you trying to tell somebody and they gonna participate in it, I get it. But if they ain't gonna participate, why are we telling people I bust this particular hole down? I don't see the point in this stuff. So for me, the proper holder call is to be in a world where hoes don't really get no light. That's the way I see it. I'm not saying that a man can control everything. There have been times that men have get caught up in stuff, and then it came to light that he was with some hoe. But it wasn't through his own actions. It's like somebody else put him on blast, and he got caught up being with hoes. You ain't supposed to advertise hoes, period. The number of hoes should be down because the average person shouldn't even think you can get anywhere by being a hoe. And if you're going to do transactions, just keep it transactional. Stop trying to be quote unquote extra P about it and just be like, I gave that broad some money to pay a phone bill to keep it moving. Who cares for real? It's your money. Do what you want with it. But see, black men been sold this dream about quote unquote tricking. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about tricking. People who say somebody is tricking is usually because they broke. And that's what it really is. It's a broke nigga trying to get another nigga to look at somebody different because he's willing to do something for her. And he's trying to compete against that. How do I get this broad? Because I can't pay her phone bill. Even though it was only $70, I ain't got it. What am I gonna do? Well, see, you shouldn't be caught up with them niggas who will spend money on you. Man, why would I have a daughter and want my daughter to be with a man that won't spend nothing on her? That don't even make sense. So you have terms like tricking that come into place that don't serve anything. Now, my thing is, we gonna have hoes because we men. But can we keep it a secret? You ain't supposed to know my hoes. I don't know if that makes sense to people, but that's how I really see it. You ain't supposed to know who my hoes are. And what help is that gonna do to anybody if I start bragging about who my hoes are? And a hoe, if she's gonna change, if a woman's gonna change, she should have enough respect for you to not be bringing her whole reputation with her. Don't she bear some level of responsibility even if she gonna change? And I'm saying that because, truth be told, we don't know what we getting if she ain't no virgin. And that's just the reality of it. We don't know what we get. If she been with 1,000 men, it's the same as she been with 100 men, same as she been with 10 men, same as she been with 1 man. It's not virgin anymore. So I don't know what the number is. So my thing is deal in reality, not with what the women say. I hope that makes sense to people.
Absolutely.
Man, we need to stop. We need to stop letting these women see the light of day in our presence. That's the first thing, man. That's the absolute first thing, bro. Man, y'all got these women out here taking pictures of dinner dates and all kind of stuff, man. These women shouldn't be able to brag about nothing. Nothing. And that's up to us to make that change, bro. These women should not be seeing the light of day. If you know she out there, you know she don't been out there with 10, 20, 30 other dudes, man. Man, the only thing you gonna get her to eat, it better be coming through DoorDash through the house, man. Stop going out in public with these women, man. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. I'm disgusted.
I'm thinking about what Jado said about when he said the woman did change her stripes and she has been a benefit of that man. Do y'all think we still should marry her, or we should just keep her in a useful position if she was
No,
go ahead.
no, we shouldn't marry her, but niggas gonna do it anyway. They having babies with her.
What about keeping her in a useful position though?
The only useful position she got is on her back.
Look, I'm gonna say, if you ain't already married to a broad and her whole activities come to you, it's just an immediate no-go for me. I don't even see the point of it. You know what I mean? So what you want your friends and family know your girl a hoe? Like, what's the point in this? Who really feels okay about this stuff? You know, I get what Jado was saying too, but I can't even see it then. If I come back to your hometown and it come out that you a hoe while I'm there, like y'all, you couldn't hide this from me. You don't even care enough about me to hide this from me.
Hey, I want to make sure I'm not making any suggestions. I'm just talking about what truly happens, fellas. I'm not talking about what. I don't think the man should marry a hoe. I don't think so. I'm not going to do it, but I know it happens, fellas.
It happens a lot.
Quite a bit, absolutely. So I'm just talking about the reality, fellas.
Right.
No, and I do get that, and I wasn't trying to put that on you in no
No,
kind
and
of
I'm
way.
not saying you were either, Ross. I'm not saying you were. I just want to be clear.
But I do want to say, if we want stuff to change as men, then we can't honor these hoes. There's one thing to get. Sex is supposed to be sex for me. It's not supposed to be love. It can be. It's not supposed to be super valuable. It's almost supposed to be like a bodily function for us. I'm not saying it can't be more, but there's reasons that men are gonna have sex, but it's more like a bodily function. So at the end of the day, hoes shouldn't be getting no honor. I get it. We're gonna sleep around a little bit here and there. But I ain't gonna honor this hoe for sleeping around with me. Like, I'm not gonna honor her in no kind of way. I'm not gonna tell nobody I've been with her. You know, I'm not doing all that. Now, any man can get caught up in something. You know, it happened to Shannon Sharp. But my thing is, somebody else gonna have to tell you, because I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you squat. Now, I do want to read this by Black Guru. He said, "Is the issue that so many brothers have been so sexually freaked out that they can't even make it unless she's a hoe?"
Damn.
I think that's the case in me. I think that's the big case in a lot of guys, man.
That may be true. That may be true.
I'm gonna say, for me, I ain't there yet. I have been with a certain amount of women. I will honestly say that I could literally walk past a woman that I've been with. I can walk past her down the street and I wouldn't even recognize it. So I done did my thing in my day. But, I mean, I'm still not out here looking for hoes. I'm still not out here looking for some woman with some special trick. I'm not looking for that woman who can do that magical thing with her tongue. You give her some chocolate sauce and three ice cubes, and she can, make your world change. I'm not looking for that type of stuff. At the end of the day, when it comes up, I just recognize she's been out there a while. She been wild, and I'm gonna automatically put her in the category because she knows too much. And that's real talk. For me, I can participate with a woman sexually, and she knows too much, and I can't take her serious at that point.
Hey,
So
Roger,
why you know all this?
Hey, Roger. Let me. Do you think our perception, like, we're kind of distorted? Like, I get it. I'm the same way, man. I can probably walk by somebody I probably dealt with, but that's the problem, man. What do y'all think? Isn't that a problem?
Hey, let me just
I'm saying it is
before
a
y'all
problem.
answer that. Before you answer, let me ask Roger one question. My friend overheard something about some chocolate sauce, some ice cubes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He said if you can send that girl his way.
Hey, I saw say he looking for her.
Go ahead.
I saw say he looking for her.
Hey, to Jado point though, when Roger was first said that, I thought about back then when we sleep outside of our wives, mainly it would be a concubine. We would still take up these women and try to form some type of situation with them, even if we was married. And I'm speaking like in the past. That's why it is. I think it is, to your point, Jado, like highlighting how far off we are. The fact that that's a reality. You can walk down the street and not even recognize somebody that you slept with. Saying that don't even sound normal.
But it's speaking to how many women have taken this whole culture upon themselves.
Right.
That's what it is, because ain't no way for me to do that unless it's a bunch of hoes out here. And then women will affect, and they'll get men's head talking about, it's y'all fault. No, I couldn't sleep with none of them if they wasn't hoes. You got to be a hoe for me to even do that. And then it's the whole issue of women are always trying to convince us to give them more credit than what they do. Y'all, let's think about this term they be pushing, the situationship. Now, I don't even recognize that as a real term. That's a woman telling you I'm a hoe. What else is she saying? I'm willing to have sex with this random nigga who will not claim me.
Right.
Now, what is you saying other than that if you're talking about a situationship? I like this nigga. I really want to be with this nigga. I get this nigga pussy, but he won't claim me. What am I supposed to say about a woman who does that? This a hoe.
We had 95% saturation rate, sir. We had 95%, bro. You think about all these situations we talked about, bro. 95 out of 100 women you walk into in any given situation is gonna fit these descriptions, bro.
Well, I am saying though, if we want that to change, we have to change what we view as acceptable. And to me, a hoe should be something in the background, something you don't even see. She's not part of the main picture. You know, we should know her name. I have been doing social media for a while, and a lot of y'all have seen me say specifically, don't say her name. She's not important. I've said that multiple times. We're doing a story about a woman. I'm not going to mention her name because she's not important. She's just some random hoe. She shouldn't get no props. She shouldn't get name recognition. She shouldn't get into a position where she can start doing brand deals and stuff because she's been doing terrible stuff. But we don't think about that. But all that comes into play down the road somewhere. You give her, like, you know, like Cassie with Diddy. I didn't know Cassie's name. Real talk. And I didn't keep up with her name, and I wasn't mentioning her name. I deliberately didn't mention her name even when I found out what her name was. Because to me, she was just some hoe. And it was a hoe they used to take Diddy down. But why should I get that hoe props? And then, as far as I know from the trial, she was the one doing all the illegal stuff anyway. But she a household name now, and she'll be there for a while. And you know, and women make money off this stuff. So why we want these hoes to make money on top of it?
That's an example. Okay, so Diddy and Cassidy is a good example of the problem we're having with this in our community. You got dudes like this holding hands with this chick publicly, taking pictures with this chick publicly, putting her on public platforms. Regular dudes are doing this with average hoes. This has become part of our culture that these women, we used to not talk to them in public. We used to tell them to their face. It's an embarrassment for people to know that I know you. When did we get away from that? We got to get back to, hey man, I don't know you in public. I'm going to deny you in public. I'm going to be like Peter did Jesus. I don't know you.
Except I deny you far more than 3 times.
Right.
Hey, Reset, say, depart from me. Depart from me. I never knew you.
I never knew you. Right.
You workers of iniquity.
What you say? You go forsake them. You go forsake her. You go forsake her.
This ain't difficult. It ain't hard. The solution's not hard. You have to get to a point where you're telling them, you're an embarrassment for me to know you in public. I am going to deny you in public if you ever speak my name. That's it. I don't care what you're doing in your private time, but you got to deny her in public. That's the fix. And if you deny her in public, that means don't get her pregnant. You damn sure better not marry her. Don't get in no relationship with her. Because you denied her in public.
I'm going to give a truth teller, but I'm going to give Drake props on this. What did Drake do when he got that lady that was a porn star pregnant? Nobody knew this. Drake literally had to get into a rap beef for somebody else, but then to find something else about to hit Drake up with for us to know that he got a chick pregnant that was a porn actress. That brother's reputation was still clean as a whistle. Drake refused to tell her that that he got this porn star pregnant. And you know, when you look at it realistically, that's exactly what Drake was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He was not gonna tell you I got her pregnant. It had to come out through some other way. So I'm gonna
Has
say,
he even acknowledged it to this day? I don't even think he acknowledged it to this day.
No,
I mean, he should. He claims the
The kid is
kid.
like 18. The kid is like 18 almost.
Yeah, he does claim the kid, but I have not heard him publicly say anything about where the kid came from. He will acknowledge the kid, but he ain't gonna say where he's from. But you got the flow, Truth Teller. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I think all of y'all, what everybody's saying is quite adequate. You know how men should practice and some of the stuff. Basically, you shouldn't try to wipe up a hoe. Now, I will say this: hoes have everybody that thinks they can kind of wipe out the existence.
See, look at God. Look at God.
You delusion. That's
Always on time, man. Right on time.
You went out as soon as you got to really talk.
And let the church say amen. Let the church say
amen. Amen.
I would just say if you think you could not, if hoes don't, well, you can wipe out hoes, you are delusional. That's a fantasy that will never come true. All right, so just get that out your mind. They've always existed. It's part of the core programming of every woman because they will use leverage.
Look at God.
He
Look
moved
at
again.
God. Look at God.
Why this nigga sound like he underwater?
Hey, won't he will? Won't he will, y'all? Won't he will?
Well, he was,
Oh no, I think he was about to drop a gem. I think I'm messing up on this one, bro.
no. God is consistent. Every time Truth Teller start lying, his mic go out. God is consistent.
All I'm gonna say, it ain't got nothing to do with me,
You're
dog. It ain't got
underwater,
nothing to do with
nigga.
me.
You underwater. Stop.
Am I still underwater?
We now.
You back, you back
in
up.
and out.
Hey, throw him back in.
Oh,
Throw him
hold
back
on.
in, somebody.
I think it's my earbuds. Hold on.
That nigga need to be baptized. That's
Throw
what
his
he
ass
need.
back in the water, man.
Get baptized. Because he
He had
lied.
enough.
Nah, here we go. Is that better?
Yes, sir. We
There
hear
you
you
go.
just fine.
There you go.
All right. It was my T-Move earbuds acting up again. I think the whole point of getting rid of hoes, that's a fantasy. That can never happen. So stop suggesting it. It's just a waste of time. Honestly, I was hoping to hear what the protocols for Hotocals was. And y'all, you touched on a few things, but you really ain't say.
We gave it. We
Keep
gave
him
it.
out the
We
public.
already said
Keep him out the
it's from
public
the
eye, man.
hours of 3
Besides
a.m. to
that,
5 a.m. 3 a.m. to 5
but
a.m.
there are
That's
things
the only
besides
time
keeping
you
them out
can.
the public that if you're dealing with a hoe, you have to actively, right? And we touched on it
Absolutely.
before, the touching, the kissing, the hugging. My wifey, y'all touched on it earlier, meeting the parents, meeting the family. There's a lot of things that you have to do differently than if you're with a woman you want to be with, if you with a hoe. So I think we should probably go into that more because most dudes think non-hoes and hoes are the same thing, which is why these dudes is wiping them up, getting them pregnant, and they don't consider their mama a hoe because she my mama, and I can't do that. That is just insane. We all know what a hoe is, man. There's protocols and rules that you treat them differently than you treat the woman you with. We need to talk about what those things are
Well,
specifically.
I'm gonna say you have a point, and I'm gonna say yeah. We don't introduce hoes to no one unless you're introducing her to another person that she's supposed to be having sex with. There's no point in introducing her to anyone.
And truth teller, we already went through the protocols. We already said from the hours of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. That's the only time you can be seen with cockroaches. That's the only time you can indulge in playing with the cockroaches that you don't spray no Raid on. But from 4 a.m. to 2 a.m., we spraying Raid on all of Roger's cockroaches. All of Roger's cockroaches will go get sprayed. Period.
Well,
When you turn on the light, yeah.
They gonna
I
scan it.
will say,
Now wait a minute. So you
this,
said I can't have my 12 p.m. home? Now come on, bro. You being a little strict with it now. I need
No,
Yeah, I
no,
at
like
least
it.
no,
I like
give me a
expand.
one.
no,
it
I
no,
was
like
no. Hey,
very
expanded.
hey,
1 to
hey, hey,
5,
hey,
bro.
hey,
1 to
hey,
5,
hey,
man. Come
hey,
on
hey,
now.
no. Y'all know the rules. Y'all keep trying to skeet skirt and trying to take it. You give a nigga an inch and they go try to take 5 miles. No, I told you from 3 a.m. to 5. That's it. Cause think about it. What time does a club close? What time does a club close? 2.
Can we
That
do it
is.
2 to
That
5? Can we
is.
do it 2
Yeah, it's
a.m. to
3 to
5?
5. It's 3 to
I
5.
would
It's 3
say
to
this.
5. That's it.
I would
That's
say
it.
AL
It's
has
fair, bro.
the
2 to 5 is fair.
exact look. I would say AL
AL's
has
got
the
a point.
exact right sentiment, but the time would have to vary on the person's schedule because some of us we work overnights. Okay, so guess what? You got to do it according to a possible schedule. You keep the same sentiment, AL the same because he's right. Okay, but
Yeah.
I've been out
Hey,
there
if you working
myself.
But if you
overnight, you
do
can't.
work overnight and you
If you
happen to
working
have
overnight, you
one
can't.
come over, you better
Don't
draw
worry
all
about it.
them blinds down, and you better not let her out the house or let her near anybody that you care about. Period.
Well,
Hey, yo, they
Period.
draw the blinds.
well, I'm saying, AL, I think you gave it the right thing. You got to give her the roach protocol.
There we go.
You show a hoe the same place you show a roach. And who wants to show off their roaches? Okay? Nobody wants to show off their roaches. We do hoes the same way. I don't want you to see a trace of a roach being in my house, which means I don't want you to a trace of that woman being in my house who happens to be a hoe. That means she can't leave her shoes. Okay? She can't leave her coat. She can't leave none of that. Because I don't want nobody knowing I had roaches. All right? I don't want nobody to know I had roaches. I'm trying to hide all that. So you got to look at it from that way. I think that's the legitimate way to do it. Hoes should be treated like roaches for the most part. Now, shout out to Black Ruben Strikes. He say to give some perspective. I come from a time when Black women did not as easily or regularly perform fellatio. Well, I don't know what that was technically regarding to, but I'm gonna
No,
say,
he's trying to
I ain't
say
gonna
he
say she
grew
a
up in the
hoe
dark
just because she
ages.
sucked dick.
He grew up in the dark ages. That was
Dark
something
ages.
that he was doing. That
The
was
dark
frowned upon.
ages.
It was frowned upon.
Long time ago, boy.
We did a lot of work to get them to suck this dick now. We worked. It was a lot of work. When I was a kid, they was still talking about they don't suck dick now. Come on now, Uru. I don't know what you was saying. But we don't put in too much work to go backwards now.
Oh my
But
God.
there's one indicator. There's a real trick indicator you could use to define if the woman you with is a hoe, right? Because some of them do clean up well, like y'all was talking about earlier. They do clean up well, and you got to try to figure out like what the fuck, what is she on? So okay, she'll tell you how many boyfriends she actually had. She'll tell you that. She might even tell you the length of those relationships. What you want to find out is the time frame in between those relationships. So if she's 30 and she's like, I've only been with 2 dudes, you want to know, well, how long are those relationships, and what's the time between each of those relationships, right? Because if she's only been with 2 dudes and she's 30 or close to 30, and the relationships are only 2 years long, then we got a decade and a half worth of time that we got to account for. And we know she wasn't a virgin during that time. So
Truth,
you have your indicator without her telling you a body count, right? It's a fact.
truth tellers just like to be lied to. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah. That don't
Just like
mean
to be
nothing,
lied to.
brother.
no. I didn't
None of
say
that
no.
means
She's
nothing.
gonna tell you. She's only gonna tell you the
No,
serious boyfriends. That's all she's gonna tell you. She's not gonna
no.
tell you the
What
niggas that
what
don't count.
what did she say the time frame? It
10
covers
he
like
missed it.
from 20 to 30 or 18 to 30.
Right. So she's been with 2 dudes between 18 and 30. How long is each relationship?
They say it covers all 12 years.
So that means you've only had. Then you'd be like, well, you've only had sex with 2 dudes this whole time.
Yeah. She says yes.
No, that they don't answer that directly like that because that's the body count question. What she's gonna do is, if the answer is yes and it's the truth, she'll say it. If the answer is not the truth, she's gonna wild out on you for asking that question.
If you want to know how many,
there's some slick hoes out here, brother.
Oh no,
if you want to know how, you want to know how many, you want to know how many dudes this woman approximately is sleeping with currently. Just ask her, can you see a Cash App activity? That's all you need, bro.
No, you don't want. What I'm saying is, you don't want to know the body count.
The funny part is he ain't lying, but that Zelle and the Cash App is betraying folk, bro.
Yeah, but you don't want to know. You don't want to know the body count. You want to know what her habits are, right?
Bro, listen what I'm saying.
Specific habits.
No, listen what I'm saying. I'm trying to help.
You ain't gonna help me, nigga. I know hoes. I have no problems with dealing with hoes, nigga. I'm not like y'all.
I'm sure all you guys have dealt with them. Man, we cool, man. Fellas, we don't have to do that, man. We don't have to
no issues with dealing with hoes, nigga.
Y'all all done dealt with some hoes, man. Let's just chill, fellas.
You say y'all, Jado. You say y'all. You ain't including yourself, bro.
Yes, me as well. I'm sorry, us,
we all
man, us.
Listen, I'm just listening. It's because
hey, y'all know why Jado stepped up and said what he said. I'm gonna tell you because he knows, like I know, these hoes ain't loyal.
Oh yeah, he was in the military. He was in the military. Jado know more than anybody.
If you, all I'm saying is, if you want a snapshot of a period of time, and then you just multiply it by whatever her ages, her adult ages are, and you'll get you an understanding of what's going on. Just get you a snapshot. You look at the last 30 days of Cash App and Venmo, and you see 12 dudes in there. You understand what I'm saying? You see what kind of activity is going on.
If you want to save yourself some time, go start at the first of each month.
Cash App and Venmo account. You know she's
go start
at
about a week before the first of the month.
See that she is going to be livid. She's going to be livid. So come on now. So you already know you got her because the minute you ask to see that Cash App and Venmo, I'm doing research. Let me check you out. Oh yeah, you put her on the spot. She's gonna be a breaking camp, breaking you as far as throwing bottles at you. Come on now. Now don't set them up for disaster like that. Asking for that Cash App and Venmo. You trying to set these brothers up for a major.
Let me read this about Black Hole real quick. Let me read this about Black Hole, then I'm gonna make a statement. Shout out to Black Hole Strikes. He said, "Can you brothers imagine never getting your pipes swiped, and now you brothers are getting your groceries eaten? I don't think y'all can. I don't think y'all can make it in life without these hoes."
Hey, we're
That's the truth, bro. Black Guru, that's the truth, fellas.
Hold on.
I said I was gonna make a statement. I said I was gonna make a statement.
Let Roger get in. Let Roger get in. Y'all let Roger speak on his own show. Let Roger speak on his own show.
Hold on. I think I'm old enough to say this. I got to say this. Did y'all just hear what Black Uru said? Now, what it seems to me is that I think Black Uru is a little bit envious of the younger generation because he was not able to partake in none of this. He is highly livid. That we have access to what he was not privy to because all of this in his era was called taboo. It was called taboo.
Say Black he said Black Cruz sit behind some oak wood desk with the computer on, talking about these hoes that eat my behind.
We not in the room, but Uru need to kick the door and say, "You goddamn right, you motherfuckers is getting the easy way." All kind of stuff. I mean, times have changed, sir. Times have changed. It's all we can
yes, sir.
It's a different world.
What I was gonna say was that look, y'all may have some pretty decent messages about trying to figure out what a woman's body count is. I'm just gonna say I think men have to accept that if it ain't 0, it could be 1,000,000. And I think you gotta approach it that way. And that's why I say you gotta give women benefit of the doubt if you're gonna take them serious in any way. I'm gonna
You're
act
absolutely
like
right,
you ain't
Roger.
slept
You're
with 1,000,000
Why
men.
you?
Roger is absolutely right for
No, I'm
that.
serious. I'm
Period.
serious. I'm
Period.
gonna treat
Roger,
you like you ain't slept with 1,000,000
why,
dudes until you start giving me indication that you have. Cause I
Roger,
can't believe
why do
anything.
we have to give them the benefit of the doubt?
No.
Why?
I say if you're
What
going
bit?
to take them seriously, that's something that's not required for you to do in the first place. I said if you're going to take them seriously, you got to give them benefit of the doubt. Because if she's not a virgin, it could be 1,000,000. I mean, we don't know what a woman really does. How many trains has a woman had ran on her? Do you know?
Nope.
And she don't count none of them
Nope.
in her body
Man,
count. She don't
Nope.
count none of them.
nope.
Do you know how many
Now,
dick sucks she's
I,
performed over
I'm,
a lifetime? Stop.
I'm gonna
That's the
say this
question
now.
you need to ask.
Okay.
Realistically, you ain't really met a woman out in the real world that admitted she had a train ran on. But you know
Nah.
niggas that ran trains.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
So I mean, you got to be real with yourself. I
yeah,
don't
but
know
see,
no woman that will admit she had a train ran on.
but
Yep.
see, Roger, see, this is the situation, brother. Like, so I mean, I don't know why we try to entertain this in our community because we just don't want to have this type. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. What up, mouth kisser? Sorry, I didn't see you. Yeah, but just wanted to say that at the end of the day, man, it's just bad news, man. To just try to have protocols for dealing with hoes, it's just bad news.
No,
At
no.
the end of
What
the day.
I'm saying is, if you're gonna deal with any woman, you're gonna have to give her some benefit of the doubt if she's not a virgin. Which you don't have to give
Oh my,
any
this
woman
benefit all
benefit
day.
of the doubt. Period. But I'm saying that's your reality because women are gonna lie to us. So that you can try any method you want to try to have an idea of what. But my thing is, you just never really actually know. So if they've been with
Yeah,
one guy,
that's
they
true.
could have been with 1,000,000 guys.
You never, yeah, you never really know. I mean, you never really know. I mean, there's only a few of us that experience tasting different nuts in a taco, right? The gentleman next to me has the pleasure of doing that, but outside of that, you just don't really know. So
Yeah, and I'm gonna say a black man we don't give ourselves credit for even talking to these women because if you're
yeah,
not a virgin, I get credit for just talking to you because at the end of the day, you can't become a virgin again.
mm-mm.
I just want to ask, who are the niggas on the panel that kissed their last 3 girlfriends and didn't marry them? I guess they wasn't hoes, right?
What? Well, see, this is my thing. I've kissed my girlfriend. I've had girlfriends, and I've kissed them, and I didn't marry them. So it
I
is
wasn't
what it is.
I wasn't specifically talking to you, Roger. It's okay.
I know, but my thing is, you gotta
I'm
give
just
women
saying.
some level of benefit of doubt if you're gonna take them
I'm
seriously.
just saying.
That's my thing,
You,
So
you dating chicks that didn't have relationships
Hey,
before you, and suddenly they
Roger,
not hoes because they
Ro,
with you. That's strange. I don't know.
Roger, Roger,
I'm putting
losing himself.
reality
He's
out
the
here.
older version of the guy we talked about yesterday. He is giving her the benefit of the doubt as soon as he get home. As soon as he get home, benefit of the doubt.
Well, I mean, the thing
No, bro,
is,
never.
but like the mouth kisser is right though. I mean, what he's saying right now is right. Right? The
No.
mouth kisser is
What
right. He
what
ain't
I'm
lying.
saying is you do at some point gotta recognize the world you in. And a lot of men we try to play this tough guy role like we ain't never did this or we ain't never did that. I'm just being for real about it. At the end of the day, I've had girlfriends and I have kissed my girlfriends in the mouth. That just is what it is on that note. You
That's
know,
what we doing.
I mean I can't go back and change it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth. Everybody takes dick in Babylon, so it's the truth.
We're in a sick society, fellas. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, come on,
Did
bro.
y'all catch? I didn't catch the Babylon part.
Now,
Oh yeah, because I can say, most likely I haven't because I've never kissed a girl in America, so I can say and
No.
Just
hell no.
relegated to America. Nah.
Tell the truth,
hell no.
Just
tell the truth,
America. Nah.
tell the truth,
all the
man.
girls I dated, all the girls I
Tell,
dated were
Sing
It's
pure.
just
Sing
us niggas
Sing
over
Sing
here.
is a Sing
Brother,
Sing is a
hey, brother.
version.
Everything in the modern
There ain't no
world
holding title
travels.
apparently, bro.
No. Everything in the modern world travels. I'm gonna leave it at that. Everything
But
in the modern world
Definitely.
travels.
all the girls I've dated were pure.
Yeah, right,
Yeah, Lee,
For
right.
sure.
Sing Sing Sing.
Until they met
Yeah,
you and
okay.
then didn't marry you. So yeah, they're supposed to be pure.
Tukachu.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff travel out here. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all do what y'all want with it. But I'm gonna say the proper Hotocals is number one. Never be public with the chick. Treat her like like you got roaches at home. Nobody's gonna brag that they got roaches. Okay, you're gonna do everything you can to hide the fact that you got roaches. When they come over, you make sure they take everything with them when they leave out.
Roger,
You know what I'm
Roger,
saying?
you
You
forgot, Roger,
don't
you
introduce them
forgot,
to anybody unless
Roger,
you're saying
Roger,
it's okay for her to have sex with them.
Roger, you forgot. Only from the hours of 3 p.m., 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. That's the only time you can play with your cockroaches. Other than that, no.
But I mean,
I honestly believe that attitude is correct. I just think because we have a 24-hour world, men are going to have to adjust their schedules for that same type of sentiment. It's just going to depend upon when you
Draw
work
the
and when you're not.
blinds. You better draw the blinds if you go play with your cockroaches. Draw the blinds.
I mean, but you're enabling women. This behavior enables women, man.
It does. It does. If we want to really admit it, it does.
Say
You know
that
what I
again.
mean?
I didn't hear what
This
enabling
type
women.
of
We're enabling Hold'em, man.
yeah,
We're
you're
enabling
enabling
it.
women. You're
No,
enabling women.
the
This type of
hoes are
behavior.
going to be enabled because there's going to be a place for hoes because men going to want to have sex with hoes. Well, I'm not going to even
Hoes will be
pretend that's
here
not
like
a true thing. But the issue is how much love are the hoes getting and how big of us are they supposed to be a part of our society? You're going to have hoes, but they shouldn't be the majority of women.
Definitely.
But I mean, the way they're no longer majority of women when you stamp them out, right? And this is when you're doing this. All you're doing is just because I mean, come on, I understand this, but most men are going to deal with hoes and they're going to treat them and uplift them and pedestalize them. They are. I don't care what you say.
I'm gonna say
Unless there has to be a strong line in the sand.
I'm saying as men, that's exactly what we shouldn't be doing. We should be treating hoes as like roaches for to a certain degree. I you know what I'm saying. We could come up with something better than roaches, but I like roaches because if you got roaches, when the lights come on, the roaches scatter. They know they're not supposed to be seen.
But you don't keep roaches as pets.
I like the roach protocol, man.
That's my point of it. If I got roaches, I'm trying to hide it from everybody.
Wait, is somebody spraying roach spray? Was that roach spray in the background?
Great.
But hold on, Roger. I don't understand. So you're dealing with her, right? You're dealing with her. You keep asking her back.
Hear what I'm saying, brother. If you wanted to tamper down in society, every man should act like he's not dealing with one, which does not encourage women to become them. They're the thing we're ashamed of. Women don't want to be the thing you're ashamed of. They want to be the thing that you brag about. They want to be the person who can have the pedestal. You cannot give hoes a pedestal. You got to give them. You got to shame them whether they accept it or not.
As long as you give them sexual attention, you're not going to feel shame.
You're never going to get rid of hoes 100%. So why we concern ourselves with this? They're never going to be going 100% of the time. No. And men are going to have sex with hoes from time to time.
You know how you know it's shameful to be a hoe or classified as one? Because if you call them one, you have problems. Right?
It's becoming less and less of a problem, though. I don't. Yeah,
it don't matter which
it's
one.
like calling her a chick. No,
it's not. If you call even the ones who have liberated and say, if you call them you a hoe, she gets mad instantly and calls you names and tries to attack you.
I'm not. I'm saying that's change. That's changing. That's changing.
No,
it's going.
It is changing somewhat. But if you treat a hoe like a roach, the girl does not want to grow up to be treated like the roach. The young girl don't want to grow up to be the woman treated like a roach. Hoes Hoes have been trying to do
Hey,
everything they can to create a situation where they can be
hey,
out, open, and in public.
But
They've
the
been working
way
on that
you know
very
what,
hard.
man? Look,
Wait, hold on 1 second. Well, let
yes,
me
sir.
say this real quick. The way you get rid of hoes is you get black men to be in monogamous relationships. You get black men to find women they could get married because most married men aren't having sex with hoes. There are some, but most married men are not
Yeah.
cheating on their wives or having sex with hoes.
You know what? And you're right, brother. I was saying, like me personally, I'm being personal now. I'm not gonna get too graphic, but if the last time I had a hoe over to my house, man, I knew I was wrong, man. I am enabling her for even allowing her to know where I stay and to be in my house. And if let's say I'm having sex in the bedroom, in my bedroom, I'm enabling it more. And let's say I still I uphold all the other protocol. I'm breaking protocol with that, to be quite honest, man. She shouldn't even see my bedroom. She shouldn't see my house. She shouldn't know my address. And to be honest,
Y'all
I
brain out.
shouldn't be dealing with her, man.
I
To
mean,
be quite honest.
truth be told, it's better to take the hoe to the hotel. That's what the hoe in the
They
hotel
don't even
is.
they really
As
don't
far as
even
I know.
deserve that, Roger, to be
No.
honest with you.
But this is the thing, though. We're looking at it from their perspective. Stop caring about enabling them. It's only about what you want.
No, Rob.
Hold on.
No, that's not their perspective, though.
So,
That's
no, we don't. Their perspective don't count. They're supposed to be hidden things. I'm with you when I'm with you. When I'm not, I'm not. You don't know me, and I don't know you. You're never gonna meet anybody. That's the job.
We're still enabling it, though.
I
We
can
are.
only
I
enable
think
her if I care
y'all
about
being
her.
But people and
y'all lying to yourself.
If we're being honest, if we're being honest, fellas.
Really quick. Let me say this really quick. All right, now this is where I'm going to have to draw rank a little bit. I studied public health at the Kennedy School at Harvard. People impact people. There's no one on an island of anything. Right? So when you say, well, they don't matter, those are the biggest mistakes that people make when you're drawing up plans, talking about how the other person doesn't matter. People influence other people. Hoes are going to influence the young. They're gonna be like, yeah, well, I'm the side chick, or this dude and that dude, whatever. People impact people, and at the end of the day, we know it works. We know that for the majority of part, only 22% of married people cheat of men. So that's one way you can stamp out 80% of whoredom. Number two, be in the long-term monogamous relationships, right? Now, can you stomp it out altogether? No, you cannot. But this perpetuates the pimp and hoe scenario that every black person in the community, idolizes. Like niggas are pimps and gangsters, and bitches and women are bitches and hoes and shit. Right? We're perpetuating a stereotype that needs to go away.
He's 100%
No,
right, fellas.
I got one thing to say. If y'all really want to stop hoes, bro, we gotta take money from niggas like hot sauce, bro. Cause he the one gonna be spending what is it, $100,000 and fucking the hoes in his mansion and his private goddamn was a jet and shit. Let's be for real, bro. The hoes get on Instagram and show the world. He don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right, then. All right, bro. If you want to stop hoes, that's how you gonna really have to start doing it. But unless you don't start doing that, bro, it ain't gonna start happening, bro.
No. All right, so let me say
We're not
this real
gonna.
fast. Let me say this real fast. All right, guys, if we having a serious conversation about this, right? Wouldn't that mean that single black men would just not have to have sex until they find a wife?
Yes, that's
To be honest, yes. If we're honest,
Yeah. Yes.
it's not going to happen. But I'm saying, to be honest, yes, that it would have to be that scenario.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Now think about that, man.
Keep waiting.
No, that's
Come
one
on,
way.
man.
That's one way. I'm gonna say a more
That's the only
realistic
way to
way.
do it.
No, the more realistic way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being for real. The more realistic way to do it. Because the hardest thing to get an adult to stop doing is having sex. Once they start having sex, they usually keep going. So realistically, why did the number of hoes expand over the last few decades? It's because hoes, it was publicly known that people were being with hoes and hoes was getting stuff. That's why other women say that's the easy way. I'd rather be a hoe. Y'all are afraid of women because you're afraid to hide them. Hide your hoes. That's all you got to do. Back in the day, men used to hide their hoes, and the numbers was not crazy. As we have been more and more public with the hoes, the number has expanded on how many hoes there have been. Hide the hoes. It's that simple.
How did man?
I don't know.
The hoes have Instagram now. That's the difference.
Roger, we've got more advanced. We've become more advanced in technology, bro.
You don't have to claim nan hoe.
You don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, we become more advanced, man. We're all connected by the internet.
It's immaterial. It's immaterial whether you hide her or not.
Yeah, it is.
Expose the lifestyle on Instagram, and bitches don't show the dudes anyway. They show.
Yeah,
they're going to show the lifestyle. And number two, the girl you bang is the girl you marry. So even if you're in a relationship and then you do have sex with her, then that's just be the girl you end up marrying, right? So I mean, that's just the bottom line.
Well, no, I mean that doesn't happen. That's how you have hoes in the first place. Because you're not marrying the guy she banged.
Because we're not standing for social norms anymore. We're standing for individualism.
No, men are standing for social norms. Men clearly want to get married because they want to pay for all these hoes.
Getting married is not the social norm today in the black community or any community in America. Marriages is down all with any demographic, any social group. Marriage is not the social norm.
Okay, but I am saying that's something men want because men don't want to be out here paying for all these random bras.
Well,
because they all gonna cost you something.
Well, the bottom line shows it's not right. It shows us that's not true. They don't want marriage. You do what you want. Action shows what you want, not words.
No. The men are literally changing the way they looking at women because they want something else. That's why we have a change going on.
They're not like, so for example.
No. It's not an instant thing, but that's why you have stuff developing. Like you have a passport bro thing happening. That's because men are looking for something else.
Well, passport bros, yes, they're getting married, but they're showing it in action. They're traveling, they're leaving, and they're getting married.
My point is, these are men who are assessing the situation and coming to a different conclusion. Because beforehand, men were just married. Black men were basically only marrying black women. And this is now changing because they cannot get what they want the way they used to be able to get what they want. So changes are now happening.
Roger, no, majority of black men, adult men, ages 20 to 40 are not passport bros.
And they're also not married, and I do get that. And that's because they haven't come to the determination that they can marry black women. That doesn't mean they haven't been trying to. The reason you got passport bros is because you have men who were fed up trying to marry black women.
And that is my point. People do take action when they want something. So passport bros wanted to get married, so they took action and left the country to get married to women who they can find marriageable. People
can make coconut pancakes.
People are going to take action for what they want. That's the bottom line. So I mean, that's it. That's the bottom line. Action.
What did they do? What did they do before they did what they needed to do to get their passport and go over there? What did they do before that?
So please repeat that. I can't hear it over the
I said, what did those men do before they, did what they needed to do to get their passport and go overseas to get a wife? What did they do here?
It depends on the.
What did most of them do here?
They're gonna play with the hoes, bro. Man, that's what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
They were already geared. They were already geared to do that because when it comes down to it, black men been trying to mess with black women, and it's a big step for them to do something different than that.
So because I would say the younger you are, the least necessary it is to. It's not as necessary. The closer you are to Gen Z, the least necessary it is for you to travel, because right now you have all types of movement, like the trad wife movement, right? That's going on right now. Now you're gonna have to date outside your race, right? But Gen Z is more willing to be traditional wives. They're more focused on families and things like that. So the closer you are to that, the more likely you don't need to go abroad, the more likely you can find a traditional submissive woman. The closer you are to Gen Z. Now, if you're 30s and up, then yeah, you need to pack your bags.
Now let me say this real quick. Shout out to J Bone because I forgot to say this earlier. J Bone sent a cash app in right at the beginning of the show. I don't know how I forgot to say it, but appreciate you, J Bone. Appreciate you. He didn't say a whole lot. He just said, what's up, Roger? Hope you cool. J Bone's checking in. Yeah, hey brother, always cool. Always good to hear from you, brother. Always good to hear from you. And believe it or not, Bronx himself dropped the $20 cash app, said, keep them coming, bro. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was right at the beginning of the show. So he's saying keep these great shows coming. And of course, they will be coming. They will be coming. So just want to make sure I acknowledge that. And I'm going to say, look, y'all, there's not going to be no instant solution to anything. And my thing is, I don't want to talk like that can even happen. Because when you're dealing with millions upon millions of people, nothing's going to be an instant solution. Things take time for people to figure out. Then they start changing what direction they're going in. If they see the direction they were previously going in is just not a good fit for them. But when it comes to hoes, at the end of the day, what the best thing you can do is hide them. Because hoes aren't going to go anywhere unless people see a hoe as a bad thing to achieve. People automatically go to things that feel good to them in some kind of way. So unless being a hoe unless they see that as not a good thing to achieve, they're going to go in that direction. Women want to be hoes because hoes have been advertised as a good thing. They take on language that try to make them feel better about being hoes, just like I mentioned, that situationship. You know what I'm saying? Any woman talking about she in a situationship is just a hoe that can't get the man she wants. That's all that is. But we, as men, will start repeating the nonsense and we'll say situationship. It ain't no situationship. You got a hoe that wants sex from a certain dude. The dude don't like her, but she just don't want to be called a hoe. Now, my thing is, it's just a hoe. If you're willing to have sex with a bunch of men that ain't even your boyfriend, what am I supposed to think of you as? Ain't that what hoes do?
Hey, Raj, what? I don't want to even put these guys in. We all know their names, man. Well, what if some of our most prominent, well-known celebrity, athletes, whatever, black men, they don't hide their hoes. They flaunt them. They marry them. What happens what type of message when they put that message out? What does that say to, it could be easy if Jado say, hey man, you need to hide your hoes, but somebody of a way higher status than me ain't hiding their hoes, man.
I get you. And they're telling women to go for it. That's really what it is. That's where women are looking and saying, I should go for it because he did. And women like to think of themselves as special and unique. So if one dude do it, the vast majority of them could look at themselves and say, I got a chance. Now, if they were logical, they would know they really don't have a chance. But a lot of women don't use logic in a situation that could stop them from getting what they want. We got to be real about that.
Logically, they're not gonna. They stand a very small chance of scoring one of these high status guys, but they have a higher chance of scoring just a regular old guy.
Women throw logic out the window for the most part when it's about something they want. That's a that's a pattern that you can see across anything you want to talk about. If she really wants that car, she'll throw logic out the window.
I don't know if I'm following you right now, Roger. Let me fall back. I'm a little slow sometimes.
She'll see something about Lil Wayne gonna marry such and such, and then she'll say, well, it can happen for me too. Now she know good and well she ain't gonna never meet nobody in that status, but because she wants it, she will throw logic out the window.
But I'm saying that the influence on the black young men and the boys that's coming from the black men.
We have to teach our young men the difference between reality and the celebrity world. The celebrity world is not real life. That's Disney World, bro. That's Disney World. So you got to teach young men that's Disney World. And you can achieve that. You just gonna have to start playing ball at 5.
I agree with at the end of the day, a lot of man, let's be honest, man. This society dealing with a hoe, you're gonna get bit. You're playing with fire. You're gonna get burnt. And especially for average niggas like us, everyday people working, going to work, making a living, family oriented guys, man, dealing with hoes, you're gonna get burnt at the end of the day. Look at Shannon Sharp, right? Tier celebrity, dealing with hoes. Lost a $50 million deal. And we talking about whole protocols.
But if Shannon would have hid that hoe, he made that hoe sign that NDA, Shannon ain't got no problems.
No, man, no. He still would have problems.
The thing is, we're gonna have to make hoes feel uncomfortable, and anything that leans toward them feeling uncomfortable seems to be a problem.
Man, the government doesn't make hoes feel uncomfortable.
The government don't have to. We can do it without them.
They do. Yes, they do, Roger. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
We don't have to wait on the government for everything.
No, but you need government support. Just like look, Drake signs NDAs all the time. Still had a paternity issue because he threw the condom in the trash can, and they sign NDAs all the time. And these are well-to-do 50 tens of millions high net worth individuals. Now translate it to the average guys like us.
Well, my thing is, celebrity culture don't really count for real.
Because it counts a lot, Roger. It influences people. I know it's not. I'm not living in that world.
But it will influence people. I will agree with you that it can influence people. But at the end of the day, most of us would never be able to do the things that happen to people who get into the celebrity world.
It still influences. No, it ain't about doing the same thing. Go ahead.
You're missing my point. It's not about doing the same thing. What I'm saying is that guys who triple my net worth, guys who have much more resources, still have issues even when they hide them. Now, me, a regular guy that has a 9-to-5 job, just goes to work, do my average citizen. Now, you're telling me I need to do a hose in this way with nowhere near the same amount of resources, and you're expecting me not to get burnt. That's to me that's not logical.
No. The thing is, if you get burned by hoes regardless, why wouldn't you have them? As long as it's a lot less likely you'll get burned if you never even acknowledge that they're even present.
The reason why hot sauce is getting burned because he ain't using condoms. You know, that's all you got to do.
Going raw.
Well, that's fine. But remember when I kissed you on the cheek?
Well, you know what, y'all? We are past the 3-hour mark, so I guess GBI done got the last one off. He done got the last one off. It is what it is.
Ain't no
We about to
placeholder.
shut this thing down. We will see y'all tomorrow. If you like the best content on social media, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We do this at 9 a.m. Chicago time, not where you happen to be. And I will say this I'll give it to Black Rule. He got something else in here. He said, it does filter down into the mentality of everyone else, though. The very Mary Beyonce created a celebration of Black women being single. Okay? Yeah, they do have influence. I'm not going to act like that ain't the truth. They do have influence. But, y'all, we have run out of time. It is what it is. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Long live the habitual line steppers. I'm Roger. I'm right. And I'm out.